Sheba Studios.
Sacktown Sports, 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
When I golf shotted all of my bobbleheads across the room after Game 6, Mike Bibby's looking like he's got a neck.
Hasn't recovered.
Neither of them have, and we've tried everything. We've tried a chiropractor for bobbleheads. We've tried all of it. Just doesn't work.
Wow, get over it, guys. Turn the page.
Yeah, hello.
Move on. It was a long time ago.
Jeez. Happy Tuesday to all of you. I'm going to see if I can go an entire show without referring to today as Monday.
Okay.
Because it's not. It's Tuesday. And a big salute to all of you out there. Welcome in. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Law. How was your extended Dr. Martin Luther King Jr. holiday break?
You know what? It was wonderful.
Yeah.
Yeah. Just really enjoyed not getting up super early.
Yeah.
Yesterday, I actually had one of those where I woke up probably, you say you wake up still pretty early when you don't have to. And I don't know, it was a little bit earlier for me than normal. And I said, you know what? I'm going to lay back down. I'm not going to get up.
Good for you.
And then it was almost 10.
Whoa. Wow.
When I finally came out of the slumber. Ugh.
Really?
Somebody needed it, I guess.
Isn't that crazy? You get up and you're getting up when your work day would be almost over.
Yeah.
That's crazy.
It wasn't quite 10, but it was close. It was like 9
for you.
In the 9:50 range. I'm like, wow, good for me.
I was going to
That was absolutely insane.
I was going to ask you today because it made me kind of laugh yesterday. So I can't remember the time, but it was sometime in the afternoon. Dude, it was I was up the hill yesterday. Yeah, yesterday. And I had this thing where it's like I came down. This is the afternoon. I came down from Pollock Pines. I went straight to my son's high school to pick him up from basketball practice. And then I had to meet. You never notice that, do you? I wonder
Melissa
if that
did.
I wonder if she did. I
Yeah.
wonder if that comes through. I don't mind
Yeah.
it. Don Geronimo
Set the
would
screen.
go crazy. Don used to get me so bad for breathing.
He had a temper?
Huh?
He had a temper?
No.
That's why we had those meetings.
Like I'm a heavy breather, don't get me wrong. But like I'm kind of like a human French bulldog, but he would just be in the middle of a segment all of a sudden be like, dude, can you not breathe into the microphone?
Can you not breathe?
Yeah,
Like,
I'm sorry. I mean, you literally yell at me for breathing. So to my kid's school, pick him up for basketball practice, and then I had to drive home super quickly, meet my wife, who had dropped my daughter off at band practice.
Set the screen.
Exactly. And then we had to go to the U-Haul place. We had to get a U-Haul because my daughter and son's bedrooms and our office all had to go away because the whole thing with the toilet leak that happened before Thanksgiving. We've been living like this forever. The carpet people are finally coming today at 8 a.m. to lay carpet and finish it. Well, we hope finish everything. So everything had to be out of all these rooms. And of course, my son's room, not that difficult. The office, that's just mostly, it's very organized. My daughter's room, oh my God. Like, dude, like she was under her bed, like just pulling out stuff from God knows how many years ago. And then son was home, U-Haul, got the U-Haul, got that all set. Then it was time to go pick up my daughter, went and picked up my daughter. Then she came home. It was like a whole crazy thing. During one of those trips, I can't remember which, I called you.
Did we talk? This was the same time that you called.
Yes.
Yeah. Okay. I thought you meant like there was a different call.
No. You remember us talking.
Yes.
Okay. Because that kind of ties into my question. Did I wake you up
yesterday?
Yeah.
No.
I didn't.
Did it sound like it?
It's you. You did not say. You didn't sound bad or.
No,
angry.
I think I answered because you know what's funny on the other end. Alva, I think my wife said, "Who was?" Because I answered like, "What's up, dog?"
Yeah.
I went right to that. Did I sound like I was asleep?
No, not. It was one of the options. I didn't think you were asleep, and it's a weekend. We generally try to, not that matter, but
like later in the day, wasn't it?
Yeah, I want to say it was around like 4 o'clock.
No, I was not asleep.
Maybe an afternoon nappy, something. But I couldn't.
It was 12:30.
Oh wow. Okay, I couldn't. I was like.
Jason just woke up.
Yeah. Did I wake him up, or did somebody else are sleeping? Or like you talk to somebody a lot and you can tell when it's not like I'm not trying to say you weren't right. Like you were fine. It was a fine conversation. It just wasn't. It didn't have the spunk that our normal phone calls generally have from your end.
Oh.
And I my spider sense was like, is something wrong or no. Okay.
Yeah.
Okay. Yeah,
now I'm trying to recreate it in my head.
No, it wasn't. It was only something people that talk a lot would know, and I could totally be overreaching. It was something. I didn't even want to say something was off. It wasn't off. It was a perfectly wonderful conversation.
Oh, that's right. I was robbing a bank. That's right. Forgot about that time of day.
So we were trying to figure some stuff out. So yeah.
So your daughter's room is clean now.
What the hell was that?
Because you were talking about you had to get everything out of your kid's room.
Sorry, I heard stuff from over there. My daughter's room, well, in about an hour, because here's what's left is her backpack, her trumpet case, and her trumpet, and then her clothes, her clothes for the day, her blankets and pillows, and her stuffed animals.
That's what's left in the room?
That's what's left in the room that has to be moved. So she's supposed to get up today and basically I told her, I said, look.
How about the bed?
Well, okay, so they told us to move everything that's loose. They will move the hardware. So they'll move the bed, they'll move the dressers, but we have to empty the dressers. They'll move I don't know what it's called. She has a thing that she puts trinkets on, and not a bookshelf.
A shelf?
A hutch?
Something like that stuff has to be emptied, but they'll move it all, and they'll just go room by. So okay, we'll move this room downstairs. Gotcha. We'll put the carpet in.
That's good of them.
It's very good of them. It's just when we've lived in that house since they were babies, and then when
a lot of stuff.
It's like when people move after being in, like I remember when we moved into my parents' house when I was like 4 in Carmichael, and that's the house I grew up in. And then they finally, with my sister and I long gone, they finally moved over to Sun City 7 years ago, 8 years. I don't know. Time flies. And I just remember that whole thing. It's like, dude, there's
a lot of living.
You're embedded.
Yeah.
You're embedded. Like, oh, there's that old Schwinn I had when I was 8 that's out in the yard that was underneath a log. Like there was literally, the one thing I remember from moving, my parents moving, is me as a grown adult, I had to go over there and I had to fill in a massive, like the size of this desk over, a massive hole in the backyard. Why was there a massive hole in the backyard, you ask? You didn't. I'm just going to tell
something you did.
100% something I did. And this is such a great move by my dad. We had a pretty big, we lived in kind of rural Carmichael, whatever you want to call it. We had a pretty big backyard. And I was like 6, 7, 8, probably 8. and I was watching Looney Tunes, and there was an episode where Bugs Bunny started digging, and he dug his way to China. I don't have an explanation other than I thought that was real, and I asked them if I could dig a hole, because how cool would that be? And my dad...
How is no one even ever thought of this?
Right. How is this? This is how cool would it be to go to China for lunch?
Yeah, just for lunch and come back.
Right. So my dad, this is so genius of him. My dad very well could have been like, son, it's a cartoon, but like this little light bulb goes up over his head, and he's like, hold on, I can give my son a shovel, put him out in this random part of the yard, and he's just going to dig, and that's going to keep him off my ass. Let's go. So, yep, my dad gave me a shovel, and he gave me a pickaxe, but it was something, at 8 years old, you're supposed to have all this stuff. Showed me, hey, you hammer this into the ground and you pull it up. You hammer this in the ground, and he said, you can dig in this area. Is plenty big for you to get down and go to China. This is your whole area. And then he showed me how to, do this. Have at it. And let me tell you, man, I spent probably 8 to 10. It was a full summertime day, man. Just digging and digging and digging. And I got that thing, pretty.
I'm imagining him looking out the back window, drinking a cup of coffee.
100%.
Like, this is fantastic.
He was doing one of two things. He was either drinking the cup of coffee thing, that's fantastic, or he was drinking a cup of coffee going, God, this kid, I don't know, man. I don't know how this is going to work out with this guy.
Barb, he's still going.
That's exactly. He's still, I remember.
He was testing your follow through.
I think he 100% was. And I went, I got this thing, obviously didn't get to China, but I
should we call somebody?
Yeah, right. He's not stopping.
Where did you get to?
I got to about waist deep in hole.
Yeah.
And then finally just got to like, this is, I think I stopped because I hit like the hard part. Like it was just like, that's the break. That was, had I got through that molten lava, the Earth's core, and I'm in China.
Yeah.
So the whole,
close.
It ended up being obviously, spoiler alert, didn't get to China, but that ended up being like a play hole. That's what we did as kids. So I'd bring like my Tonka trucks and stuff in there, and I'd sit in the middle of the hole, and I'd have transformers and stuff, and I'd make little ledges, and they'd have wars and all that. And so this whole this totally sounds like a back in my day kids before video games, but really before any of that, well, Atari 2600, that hole became this focal point of many things, including, and I just remembered because I'm thinking about this. I know we got to go to break, but I'm having a memory flashback, including one time when I accidentally hip checked my sister into the hole and got in a lot of trouble for that.
Really?
Because she was on her trike.
Oh yeah,
so
come on.
She went in with the trike.
Deserved it.
Very much deserved it. Anyways, I had to go.
So a kid and a bike could fit in the hole.
Thing, I'm telling you, this thing was as big as the surface of this desk, and it was, probably a good 2 feet deep. There was a hell of a lot. There was a mound of dirt that was left over.
Yeah. I actually don't put this on you. I put this on the Carmichael Dave equivalent in China. Had they done their part,
yes,
I think you guys are connected.
Maybe they never experienced Kenny Loggins, or they would have known to beat me halfway. Thank you. And with that, we'll take a break. When we come back, Sean Salisbury will join us tomorrow. They've got pretty bad weather out there in Houston.
Man.
He didn't even make it in the studio today. So we'll have to figure out something for 8:13. I'm sure we will.
More stories.
More
like digging to China.
More stories. Yes. Carmichael Dave, childhood digger. Leading off, Kings, Wizards, NFL playoffs. Ohio State is your national champions, but a lot of Kings. We'll get to that next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com. Hey, it's Carmichael Dave coming to you from my good friends at American Energy. Look, it's already cold outside. It's only going to get colder. American Energy wants to help you stay warm and make sure your system is operating safely. So right now is the time to take advantage of the $49 tune-up inspection. Normally $119, $49 right now, and that includes a full safety and duct inspection. And check it out. If your system's over 10 years old, and I'll bet it is, the tune-up, yeah, it's free. It's free from a company that's been in business since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ Better Business Bureau. Check their Yelp, check their Google reviews. Don't take my word for it. Give them a call right now. $50 off your first recommended repair. If you need a new furnace, half off the price of a new unit. Check them out at theaeway.com and tell them Carmichael Dave sent you.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda Hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
Let's do it.
Leading off, the 3 top stories in the morning.
Huge news. This is very important.
Here's cut number 1.
Woo! 916-339-1140 is your text line. Want to get a quick text?
Sure.
From the 530. Hey, 1140, and thank you. An intelligent, interesting sports host this morning. Not one endless bonehead meandering aggravation in my morning drive. I tried last Thursday to listen to Sam Amick at 8 a.m. Just brutal. Would rather have local sports, but would take this every morning. Thanks again. That's nice. Who was on yesterday? Well, who was on yesterday morning? Because it wasn't us. Who was the host? It had to be someone national.
CBS, yeah.
CBS.
Yeah, CBS.
CBS.
Or Infinity Sports.
Infinity Sports.
Is that still around?
Well, it's now
That's what
changed
it's called.
to that, yeah.
Wait, they changed it.
It's not CBS Sports anymore.
They changed it to Infinity?
Yes.
Didn't they change it from Infinity like 20 years ago? Wasn't it?
We were Infinity.
We were Infinity
Yeah.
Broadcasting. And wasn't that CBS?
I think they were always CBS. I think. I don't know.
Why do they keep going back and forth?
I don't know. They're confused.
Maybe Channel 13 will go back to Canada.
I'd be here for it. Kings win. Kings win. The Kings win. The Kings are officially the hottest team in the NBA.
I love it.
They are the only team that is 9-1 in their last 10.
Mm-hmm.
Not even the OKCs or the Clevelands. No. Sacramento Kings, number 1.
Look at us. Look at this team.
Who'd have thought?
Yep. And
Not
the
me.
game that everybody was on nerves and edge because, Washington can't slip up. They didn't.
I thought that, honestly, I really enjoyed this. The funniest thing about that game, and it's not even close to me, is Jonas Valanciunas was like, guys, a second-round pick. Please get me out of here.
Yeah.
I don't want to be here. I'm not starting. I'm deep off the bench. And he came in, and in 23 minutes, Jason, was 9 of 11, 23 points, 12 boards, 3 assists, and a steal.
Yeah, never has it been more obvious than when you watch a game inside a game. We talked to some of the Wizards people before the game, like, look, we know who we are.
Yeah.
We're trying to rebuild.
Yes.
We're playing young guys. We have one of the youngest teams. The second Valanciunas comes in, you're like, hey, this looks a little different than, and again, maybe Sarr will be this great player. But Sabonis annihilated the rookie. And so here comes Valanciunas. You're like, this is a little more difficult. And then he's scoring on the other end. You're like, they got a chance. And I think it was 10. No, it might have been 13 when they took him out in the fourth. I'm like, yep, it's over. And it was, then they also took out Poole, and I'm like, all right, Kuzma didn't seem to be. I thought he was was he there?
It doesn't even look like he
doesn't care right now.
I mean, obviously, that's
a tough spot.
It is a tough spot, and he's not that bad, but God,
he just was like, and he's been mentioned here before. People would like him, and that game's not a clear reflection. You know, when people are like they're showcasing, well, he was terrible, but he's better than that.
Much better than that. Season high in scoring, by the way, for Jonas Valanciunas.
Yeah.
So
would gladly take him.
That I don't know. Like for me, that it just why hasn't it happened? It's like too easy. It's too simple. Yeah. You can grab Domantas Sabonis's Lithuanian offseason workout buddy on a pretty decent salary combo for a second round pick. Come on, man.
Yeah, I had someone reach out to me. Could we do like Herder, Lyles, and blah 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 for Valanciunas? I'm like, Valanciunas only makes $10 million.
Yeah,
like if you did Herder, you'd have to get something back.
That's right. You don't have to do.
But I think they could get more. I don't know what more is.
Agreed.
But we'll see.
It's like, come on. And we'll talk a little bit more later, especially in 3 for Madness, about Kings and trades and stuff that's coming up, and rumors. And I don't want to I don't want to I don't want to call anyone out, but I will say this, and I'll just let everybody else figure it out. There is a member of, I don't know, do you call it the national media? Kind of. There is a member of the national media out there that is getting a lot more, that gets a lot more credibility than he deserves. And that person's been on this station before. I'm just going to leave it there. I think once. And I just want to encourage Kings fans not to believe everything you read. There's one guy out there that's basically an aggregator and steals a bunch of stuff and throws it out there and is trying to make a name for himself, which I respect. And he reached out once in my DMs and was like, "Hey, trying to do this, would love to come on every week." And I'll tell you off the air who it was. You'll remember.
Sorry, I messed that up.
You almost said it.
I said Bob Costas.
Yeah, it's Bob. I didn't want to say it. Bob
Classic
Costas.
aggregator.
Classic aggregator, Bob Costas. Anyways,
remember when he had a show where it's just trying to figure out what was wrong with rap music?
And honestly, Bob's the one I turn to. Bob's the one I turn to when I want to know what's going on with the with the rap music. Cut number 2, please.
Cut number 2.
Yeah. I'm waiting on my Lamar Jackson guy. I was actually kind of looking forward on the text messages.
If he was a receiver, he would have made that throw better. I don't know.
Look.
Heck of a game. We thought it would be.
It was a heck of a game, and Mark Andrews is getting absolutely destroyed. And look, he should have caught that 2-point conversion, and he fumbled.
Mm-hmm. And
they were terrible.
Yeah.
It was terrible timing. Mark Andrews did help that team piss away that game. Anyone who listens to the show knows I'm a Lamar Jackson guy. I think he's the MVP this year. I love him to death. But again, you got to call balls and strikes. He had 4 picks all year, and I've had a ton of fun talking about how 3 of those 4 were 100% not his fault, literally bouncing off receivers' helmets and stuff. And he threw a pick in this game.
Yeah,
and he
and
lost
a big fumble. Big one.
And by the way, in those conditions and how icy and slippery it was, Mark Andrews should have caught that pass.
Yeah, he knows it.
It was also not a great pass.
Yeah.
It was also not a great pass.
Right.
He should have caught it. It wasn't a great pass. This is as much on Lamar Jackson as it is on Mark Andrews, as it is on, credit to the Bills.
Yeah.
But man, there's something with the Ravens.
Yeah.
Lamar Jackson.
And that's the easiest target too. The last play that was the difference in the game at that moment. But also, let's say Mark Andrews catches it. We got a tie.
You got a tie.
What happens? We don't know. I wanted to see it though. I wanted to see what happens from that point on. But yeah, that's that. I feel for him because that's a very public drop, right? A public mistake, in front of everybody, late in the game like that. And he's a terrific player. But yeah, they all have to live with that.
Also, there was, I think, a minute 30, a minute 40 left on the clock.
Mm-hmm.
What we think Josh Allen can't take him down.
All right. Maybe each team scores twice again. Who knows what happens?
Now you combine that with the fumble.
Yeah.
But had you told me on our final show Friday, as you said, hey, just so you know, I looked into the football Jesus called. Josh Allen's going to have 127 yards passing, and he's going to have 20 yards rushing. That's it. I'm just telling you right now, those are Josh Allen's numbers.
Yeah.
I'd have said, Ravens are winning.
Yeah.
Ravens are winning. No, well,
that's the first thing you would have said, football Jesus?
Well, I would have asked him some questions.
Okay, I thought so.
Like, why are we here?
Yeah.
Stuff like that. And he would have been like, I'm football. I'm not life Jesus.
Yeah,
I'm football
just
Jesus.
football. Come on.
20 yards.
I have an awful lot of conversations with football Jesus.
Well, honestly, every night before I go to bed, I pray to football Jesus.
Yes,
I
helps
absolutely
with my fantasy
a
picks.
little pigskin, a little football. I make sure that my prayer hands are actually on the what is that? On the football.
What is it? You say it.
No, it's not. Oh, hold on. What am I having?
Ace Ventura.
It's not.
That'll help you.
It's not the Ace Ventura, Pet Detective.
Yeah. When he kicks,
it's the lace is out.
Yeah.
Why did I want to say threads? That's what was in my head.
That's what football
was
Jesus calls it.
It's 6:25. Everybody calm down.
Need to fast again.
Actually, I had somebody hit me up over the week. Have you guys? I've had a few people hit me up and be like, "You guys inspired me to do the fast."
That's awesome.
And they finished they finished it up last week, which is simultaneously super cool. And also, I just want to say again, we don't know anything. We're not doctors. Please consult your doctors. It's not medical. I guess I just worry that someone's going to do it and there's going to be an issue, and I don't want that guilt. But it worked. He said it was amazing, and I love this, and
good.
Blah blah blah. So that's pretty awesome.
Friend the other day said, "Wow, it looks like you've lost a little weight." I'm like, "Oh,
yeah,
funny you say."
Funny you said. And you just ripped your shirt off.
Yeah.
You're like, yes, I have. Ohio State won the national championship. We'll talk about that.
And then they said, "There it is."
Right, you're hiding it. We'll talk about the national championship. More important, nobody cares. Ohio State, whatever. But let's talk about just this is the first year of the extended playoffs. Let's see how it went. I have an idea that's not fully formed, which is always great to do on the show to maybe make it a little bit better. Because guys, as we go to break, did it seem a little low key? I know we had the inauguration yesterday and the holiday, and you had the playoffs, but I don't know.
Based on the day or based on just the game in general?
Just saying the lead up to the national championship seemed a little bit muted, and you and I are both tuned into that world. Maybe I'm wrong. I don't know, but I got an idea. As we fine tune everything. We'll take a break. When we come back, hey, the Kings beat the Wizards. Not sure if you heard. If you haven't heard, check your local paper. Extra. The Kings beat the Wizards, and we're gonna have some audio for you guys. We'll relive that and talk about the game. We'll do all that next.
Live and local
with everything 49ers.
Intercepted by Fred Warner. Dives for the end zone. San Francisco. Bob Bolger went up and caught the ball. Touchdown.
The 49ers play on Sacktown Sports 1140.
Hey, what's up, everybody? It's Kyle Draper from Mercedes-Benz of Stockton. I'm a huge fan of their SUVs and sedans, but they also have a huge Vans fleet center. Listen up, business owners. Now is the perfect time to take advantage of tax deductions. They have the perfect van to power your fleet, including the new fully electric e-Sprinter alongside their very reliable diesel options. And even if you aren't a business owner, let's say you just want one for personal reasons. Maybe you want to go out on the town with the fellas or with the ladies, or maybe you want to take the kids on a road trip. Well, their vans are fully customizable. So check out Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now. You can choose from their dependable diesel models or even go all electric with the new e-Sprinter. So head on down to Mercedes-Benz of Stockton right now and check out their fleet center. Or, of course, you can go online at mbfstockton.com. That's mbfstockton.com.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Golden One Center this week. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
The good news, you finally lost the excess weight and found the body you knew was hiding underneath it all along. The better news, InShape Fitness is here to help you maintain your new look and, dare we say it, enjoy the process. InShape has everything you need to build muscle and help keep the weight off. From fitness classes and personal trainers to swimming pools and saunas. Plus, plenty of full-length mirrors to admire your new self along the way. We are in shape. You are ready. Join online today at inshape.com.
At Fisher Investments, we may seem like other money managers, but we're different.
Are you really that different than the rest of us?
We are. As a fiduciary, we always focus on what's best for our clients.
What services do you offer besides investing?
We have a team of specialists in financial planning, estate planning, and more.
Your clients rely on you for all that?
Yes, we ensure clients receive unparalleled service at every step of the relationship.
Okay, but you still sell commission-based products, right?
No, because we believe that's a conflict of interest. We prioritize service over sales goals.
So then how do your fees work?
We have a simple and transparent fee that's a percentage of our clients' portfolios. So we do better when our clients do better.
Wow, we're more different than I thought.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at fisherinvestments.com. Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time. The next time you're out to dinner with friends, you can order the shrimp cocktail for the table. And maybe you'll realize it only comes with 4 shrimp after you've already given away 3, but that one shrimp will be so good. And if you switch and save hundreds, you could get shrimp all the time. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for shrimp. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery from the law firm of Gingery, Hammer & Associates. When you have been injured by the fault of another, you will want advice you can trust. If you know an attorney you can trust, I hope you call that person. But if you don't, please call me. I promise I will be the attorney you can trust, along with my entire team. I have been helping accident survivors recover compensation for their injuries for 25 years, and we can help you. There is no charge for calling. If you have an injury, just call Ginger.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CRV, HRV, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Soundtrack of my life.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
on Sacktown Sports.
Damn. Feels good to be a gangster. Welcome back.
Every day.
Every day. Carmichael Dave, Jason Ross, Christopher Live. Look, the Kings were favored, I think it was 16.5 against the Wizards.
Oh.
They were supposed to win. The Wizards are terrible. What
was the final?
What the hell was the final?
I know it was closer than that for a decent
It was
amount of the game.
123.99 in our last
they got it.
highlight. Let me see.
They won. 123, 100. I think they gave up 100.
Yeah. I mean, what is that all
Easy
about?
cover.
Easy cover.
Light work.
It was. It was. Well, at
Took a while.
first, yeah. I mean, it was. They had a 6-point lead after the first, and a 14-point lead after the second. And Wizards actually outscored them 29-28 the third.
Yeah.
This is the Doug Christie era on the rocks. And they won 123-100. That was the final.
Another fourth quarter win for Doug Christie. They've won every fourth quarter or tied.
Have they really?
Every single one in 11 games. You win games that way.
Clutch coach of the year.
Yeah. They've had 2 ties. And that's even in like they won the Warrior quarter, like when that game was over.
Oh, really?
You know,
when it
there's
didn't
been some
matter.
weird, and even like the Bucks game was a little bit out of hand, and they cut it.
They
close.
won that one. Yeah, I think they won the third and fourth by like a point or
something.
Yeah, because they outscored them by 6 after that first quarter blowout. But here's the thing, man. Like, I don't take these wins for granted because how many times, and again, this is just Kings fan PTSD, but not just over the years, this year. Oh, we're playing this crap hole team that's coming in. Oh, they beat us, Charlotte or whoever.
Right. I was talking to someone before the game, and I said, you know what I want this game to be? Because they're like, I'm nervous. I go, I get it. I totally understand. I'm not telling you, feel how you feel. I said, I want this game to be like the Portland game here. And they're like, Portland. I don't remember anything about that game. I said,
that's right.
Exactly.
That's right.
It doesn't need to be one where we're talking about. It doesn't need to be the win of the year, the worst game of the year. Like, let's just get through it.
A nice, balanced game.
15 games from now, I don't even know if I'll remember much 2 days from now from this game.
Don't want to remember.
Yeah.
Don't want any part of that. And that's what it was. And hooray for us, and hooray for school, and hooray for Domantas Sabonis, who came out of the box just absolutely
out of that box.
Monk will be the initiator as he crosses the logo at center court. He is greeted at the top of the three-point arc. Screen set by Sabonis. Monk looks for the pocket pass, finds Domas, scores, and he was fouled.
Are we getting close to, by the way, are we getting close to the Seven Nation Army thing just being completely played out? It's everybody does it now. Everywhere in the world. Everybody does it.
But we do it right.
I was watching English soccer over the weekend. They're doing it. The Ravens, they're doing it. Everybody does it. Everyone. Jack White, man. What are you snickering about?
Now it's overdone.
Just now.
Just as of last weekend. Anytime before that, it was fine. Sabonis had one of his best offensive games. He just couldn't miss anything. Now leading the NBA in 3-point percentage
and rebounding. What an odd combination.
If Domantas Sabonis isn't an all-star this year, I'm going to say this right now. If Domantas Sabonis isn't an all-star this year, I'm taking a 4-year break. I'm not even.
Be careful.
Nope. If he's not an all-star, then it's rigged and it's worthless and it's pointless. And anytime anything all-star comes up, I'm going to be like, don't care. It's rigged.
There's a real chance of that.
It
shouldn't be. I'm just telling you.
I mean, we're talking what? Jokic, Wembanyama, Anthony Davis, Sabonis.
Again, see, you put Wemb. Like, why? Honestly, why is Wembanyama ahead of Sabonis?
Oh no, that wasn't in order. No, I'm just trying to think of the names when you say. Like, yeah. I'm just trying. No, he is not ahead of Sabonis.
But I think people. So, like, I forget where the voting is, but obviously 3 front court players and Sabonis won't get in via the vote. That's fine. We understand that. Because I want to say it's like LeBron, Joker, and maybe KD.
Okay.
I think in the voting. But Anthony Davis, Wembanyama, you got to start looking at teams with great records, whether that's fair or not. But does Şengün get in? Does Jalen Williams, a second Thunder play? I mean, can the Thunder be 37-6 and have just SGA? Right? I'm not saying it's, and then you look at other. I think he should, and maybe I'm not thinking about this correctly, but there's.
No, you're right.
Some pretty good front court players, and you don't get 15 of them.
You are 100% right that I'm not saying it. God, it's so stupid. Like, it's so dumb. It's so. I'm getting like preemptively upset because like he 100%. How do you not have the guy who's leading the league in threes and in 3-point percentage and rebounding and does
Probably
all the
double doubles and everything.
Absolutely. Like, dude, come on, guy.
Yeah.
Come on, guys.
I'm not saying he's not making it. I'm just saying be careful.
Here's Jonas Valanciunas trying out for the Sacramento Kings.
He's making it.
Desperate.
Valanciunas, low post, gets the real deep position and scores easily against Domas. It's a 10-point game at 97-87.
Can I tell you that even with, I have here stat comparisons with Domantas Sabonis, Anthony Davis, Victor Wembanyama, and Nikola Jokic, all side by side. Even with Jokic included.
Look at all those categories AD leads.
Anthony Davis leads not in we're talking everything from games to field goal percentage to box plus minus to value over replacement to rebound, everything. Anthony Davis does not lead in a single category. Victor Wembanyama leads in blocks and free throw percentage at 84%.
Nice.
That is it. Everything else is like Sabonis leads in rebounds, field goal percentage, 3-point percentage, expected field goal percentage is right there at every other place. And then it's Jokic who leads. God, Jokic is averaging 9.9 assists. That's
I guess he deserves.
That's insane. And you know what's funny, dude? If I take Jokic out of this equation and I just make it Wembanyama, Anthony Davis, and Domantas Sabonis, Domantas Sabonis jumps from 4 to 2, 4, 5. He leads in 6 categories. Davis now leads in 2, and Wembanyama leads in 3.
Wow.
Like, come on, man. I know I'm nerding out right now, but yeah,
he'll be fine.
It's a joke. It's an absolute. If he doesn't, he has to make it. I don't know about Fox.
Yeah, he's in a tough.
Fox is kind of sliding a little bit.
Yeah.
On that whole thing. All right, we'll take a break. More audio a little bit later. Also, who was it? Wasn't it Foxy that visited with G-Man? Am I right about that? Yeah, so we'll get to that as well. When we get back, a little bit of college football, less about Ohio State winning the national championship, and more about the playoffs overall and what can we do to improve it. We'll talk about that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SEAT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SEAT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SEAT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code SEAT25.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Welcome to Staples.
I am so pumped. My business is going to kill it this year.
Awesome. How can I help?
First, a new computer.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you save big on tech.
And new posters.
Save on custom printing, too.
And,
a new chair?
A chair? Who has time to sit?
Maybe all your new clients?
Now you're talking.
With Staples Home and Office Hot Deals, you'll find huge savings on custom prints, storage, chairs, and tech. And now save up to $175 off your print order. Exclusions apply. Visit staples.com/print for details. Ends 2/1.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, At Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hardworking tools at hardworking prices. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
This 49er injury report is brought to you by Jeremy Winter, attorney at law. He cares because he's been there. After an injury-plagued 2024 season, which ended 6-11 and out of the playoffs, the 49ers will focus on getting healthy in the offseason. Running backs Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, and Isaac Guerrero all suffered season-ending injuries. Left tackle Trent Williams' ankle kept him out late in the year, and Brock Purdy missed the season finale with a hurt elbow. 49ers hope to enter 2025 with a full roster back intact.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
Ohio State wins the national championship. It was actually a better game than it looked like it was going to be. Notre Dame jumped out to a 7-0 lead, and then Ohio State said, whoop!
Yeah.
And then
I thought it was over.
And
then Notre Dame hung around there.
They hung around there, and so here's the neat thing about it is that the Ohio State Buckeyes were the 8th seed going in, and they won it. Now, in the olden days, they wouldn't have even played for the national championship.
Yeah. The loss to Michigan was the killer.
That was the killer.
Yep.
And they had 2 losses this year. They lost to Oregon, who at the time was number 3. They lost in Oregon by 1.
Mm-hmm.
And they lost to unranked Michigan by 3. They would not have had a chance. Yeah. In this case, you had the number 8 seed beat the number 7 seed. I love that. All the years of whoever you had some crap loss not crap loss, but you had a loss. You play your rivals at the end of the year, which a lot of times are good teams, and you lose that. Had you lost that game 3 months ago,
right,
you'd have been fine. You'd have recovered. But because you lost the last week of the season or close to it, I love it. That to me is the first part of it that works.
Yeah, we've done this exercise before. If we said, okay, try to do the same in the NFL, pick the top 4. I mean, this is what the committee would do. Well, if that were the case, the Commanders aren't here. The Commanders wouldn't be playing this next weekend.
Nope.
But that's the way the NFL is now set up. This is now the way college football is set up.
And I love that. And when you look back on Ohio State's year, I have it here. They ended up getting their revenge on Oregon, beat them by 20. They beat number 3 Texas by 14. They beat number 3 Penn State. Again, these are the rankings of these teams at the time. Number 3 Penn State by 7. Number 5 Notre Dame by 11. Number 5 Indiana by 23. Number 7 Tennessee by 25 points. That's 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6 teams ranked 7 or higher, including the number 1 team in the nation that they beat.
Yeah, another lesson too. When they lost to Michigan, and I'm sure Bilbo and Baggins. Fire. Coach Ryan Day, he's got to go. Chip Kelly, like the whole thing. Everybody was done with everybody after that brutal loss and to Michigan, and now here they are national champs.
I had a wonderful time last night just being a troll. And I just Googled, or I went on Twitter search, and I just went fire Ryan Day.
Oh,
and I just was retweeting, like, I retweeted like 20, but a lot of them were like, Stephen A. Smith makes the case for Ohio State to hire Deion Sanders as his next head coach. Quote, he brings that sizzle. He pays for himself because of his popularity. It's so huge. That's what you're looking for if you're Ohio State. Ryan Day doesn't do that for you. That was December 18th. Well, Ryan Day's you lost to Michigan. You won the national championship.
Yep. Yeah.
Boy, wasn't all I thought for the most part it went fantastic. Oh, and by the way, from a college football standpoint, from a network standpoint, you had Ohio State and Notre Dame.
Yeah.
Two of the biggest Texas and Ohio State always flip-flop for which is the biggest school in the nation. They're 1 and 2, and then Notre Dame they're like the Packers of the they're universal. There's a ton of Notre Dame fans everywhere, so they had good eyes on the game. I imagine the ratings will be really good, but it just and again, this is an anecdotal thing, Jason. It just seemed like to me, it seemed like, okay, you're deep in the NFL playoffs now. The college football playoffs has been going on for a minute. You had the inauguration yesterday. There's a lot of stuff going on that fought for eyes and excitement. It just didn't seem as crazy as even, for example, the NCAA the basketball championship last year. So I've been reading a lot of stuff about how do you shrink it? How do you pull it back? Is there a way we could do this during the New Year's weekend where generally that stuff belongs? I have a different idea. I think you should expand it a week. I think they need to find a way to let it go just 1 week deeper. Because
it's the Super Bowl bye week?
That's right.
Yeah.
Put the college football national championship in between that bye week where you have the NFC. It's sitting right there. Everyone's jonesing for football. There's no NFL to compete with you, but everyone has football on the mind. You're waiting for the Super Bowl. You could have all kinds of fun stuff with, for example, every Ohio State player and every Notre Dame player on the Super Bowl teams, and you're having bets and stuff. It's media week, so you're going to have all the players talking about it, which is going to help pump it up. It's certainly not a perfect scenario. You got these players going an extra week and they're students and blah, blah. I know, blah, blah, blah. But it just seems to me, rather, even if you moved it back a week or two, you're still competing with everything. You're still competing with NFL playoffs starting. You're still competing with the NBA and everything else. All you got to do is push it forward like 1 week, dude. And screw having a Monday game. Have it be the Saturday in between the NFC championship, or excuse me, the conference championships and the Super Bowl. That's it.
So it's more than a week. It's almost 2 weeks.
It's almost 2 weeks.
Yeah.
Which you could I mean, the way you really
have it in the host city of the Super Bowl.
Oh my God. Could you? Oh my God.
I mean, you're a week out.
You're already
days out.
They're already
preparing for all that stuff.
I mean, how would that work? Like hotel room? Oh my God.
Well, the teams aren't there yet.
No,
right?
they're not.
The pro teams, the NFL teams.
Well, aren't they there for media week?
They're coming, right? Like so when we had covered in the past, we weren't there till like the Monday or Tuesday. So this is they're playing Saturday, you're suggesting.
Yeah, that's
I don't
true.
know.
No. I don't hate that at all. Boy, talk about the center of the sports universe. You got oh my God, especially if they did it as a package deal.
Yeah, because then those media that are like, okay, I'm going to be there for 10 days in the city.
Boost.
Yeah.
It's almost like a mini football Olympics.
Yeah. I don't know.
Light the football torch.
Right. I saw some like, no, just make this on January 1st every year at the Rose Bowl. It's like, well, okay, can't always work like that.
Well, one thing I would like to figure out, we didn't have time. We got a break right now. It's been 3-4 days. We have the weekend. I need an update on Gonzalez Law and what's going on there.
I got that for you.
Can you take care of that during the
break?
Okay. So Jason will do that. We'll take a break. When we'll come back, hey, as you've requested, we shall answer. Camp on the chat and so many others. Kings Rewind from the Wizards game, almost said match, coming up right after this.
De'Aaron Fox plays here.
Stolen by Fox. Breakaway coming up for De'Aaron. And a simple, casual spike with the left hand. The Kings lead by 3.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Hey, I can tell you about Gonzalez Law. I could do that. Let's do it right now. And Jonathan Gonzalez, an attorney in downtown Sacramento. He's local. He's one of us. He has been here for a long time representing many people. And in fact, his meticulous case preparation and aggressive attitude have resulted in life-changing results for thousands of his clients, and you could be one as well. So if you need representation for whatever the situation may be, maybe you're looking and need an expungement. Something happened in your past that's keeping you from doing things that you would have liked to have done or continue to like to do, and you just aren't able to. Well, he can help you with that with an expungement. Maybe it's a sexual harassment case, an auto accident, a wrongful termination case, criminal defense, whatever you may need. Jonathan Gonzalez and Gonzalez Law Office is here to help. 916-304-9187. SacLegalDefense.com is the website. Again, if you need assistance, you want representation, you don't know where to go with someone here, someone you could trust, someone that's been successful. That's Jonathan Gonzalez, SacLegalDefense.com, 916-304-9187.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
This is Monster Jam. Witness big air, two-wheel skills, backflips, and all-out racing. It's the only place to see the world's best drivers tear up the dirt in your favorite Monster Jam trucks, like Gravedigger, El Toro Loco, Megalodon, and more. It's big-time fun for the whole family. Monster Jam, as big as it gets. Coming to Golden One Center this week. Brought to you by BKT Tires. Lock in your seats today at monsterjam.com.
Hey, this is Greg Papa. Are you working through a major insurance claim? SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to, not what just some adjuster working for an insurance company thinks you should get. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying. Just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Mornings can start feeling the same. Wake up, brush teeth, go to work. But with breakfast from Wendy's, it's like, wake up, brush teeth, Baconate with a breakfast Baconator. Roll with the sausage breakfast burrito. Buddy it up with a honey buddy. Or get seasoned with seasoned potatoes. And then go to work. Sorry. When you're ready for a fresh wake-up call, gotta be Wendy's.
At participating U.S. Wendy's during breakfast hours.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hard-working tools at hard-working prices. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
The new year brings new health goals and wealth goals. Protecting your identity is an important step. Your info is in endless places that could expose you to identity theft, leading to lost funds. LifeLock monitors millions of data points per second. If your identity is stolen, our restoration specialists will fix it, guaranteed, or your money back. Resolve to make identity health and wealth part of your New Year's goals with LifeLock. Save up to 40% your first year with promo code NEWS. Visit lifelock.com. Terms apply.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone, and then boom.
With Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Well said, Jason.
Thank you.
Hour number 2. Du hast mich. All right. Without further ado, Kings Rewind time, ladies and gentlemen. That went well. That went great. I tried to get to it early on time.
Let's try that again.
All right. Without further ado, it's Kings Rewind time, ladies and gentlemen. La, 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 la. Jason.
Well, Sunday at Golden One Center was the kind of game that gives longtime Kings fans some serious reservations. The Kings were on a roll, and they were hosting the Washington Wizards, who have only one road win all season, and they own the NBA's worst record.
Man, you are one pathetic loser. No offense.
Oh, that's good. No, that's good. In the past, this was the exact type of game where Sacramento would stub their toe and help validate their nickname of Kangs.
Why you bringing up old shit?
Great point.
In the last game, Keon Ellis rolled his ankle, but he was cleared to go. But unfortunately, rookie Devin Carter would be out, so yet another game without their full roster.
Have we displeased you, almighty God in heaven? Do our lives mean nothing to you?
Hey, Patrick.
The Wizards have committed to a full rebuild, and they've got a very young roster.
They were children, Jake. Weak little children. One conk on the head was all it took.
The experienced starting five of the Sacramento Kings were licking their chops to get at the young Wizards team with the worst defensive rating in the NBA. Domantas Sabonis would lead the charge, and what a 24 hours for him. The night before, he was honored on his college campus when Gonzaga retired his number.
My boy's wicked smart.
He took that momentum into Sunday's game and jumped out of the gates with a 14.7 rebound dominant first quarter. Hey, have you noticed that other teams use that?
Yeah, it's ours.
Yes. In the second quarter, more Domas as he would hit the double-double mark by halftime.
Do you know how easy this is for me? Do you have any idea how easy this is? This is a fucking joke.
That's good, Will, honey.
Also in the second, DeMar DeRozan would move to the 29th spot in scoring all-time after passing Allen Iverson.
Rose came home, y'all didn't deserve him either.
The closing play of the third quarter would give the Kings more separation as 6'3" De'Aaron Fox was set to have a jump ball against 6'11" Jonas Valanciunas.
Okay, so I guess that just happened.
Well, Fox would win the tip. Keon would get the ball, and with time running out, boom, a three for Keon, and a 13-point lead for the Kings.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
Oops, that was the next one.
What is that from? Is that Home Alone?
Yes.
Do I need to do the other one again?
Let's just go forward.
Okay. In the fourth, the Kings would stretch the lead, and they could sense their 6th home win in a row.
This is my house. I have to defend it.
There we go. All that was missing was an exclamation point.
Well, we're waiting.
Or in this case, exclamation points. First, Malik Monk had an uncontested breakaway and threw down a windmill jam.
I'm a pizza guy.
Second, Alex Len would step into a straightaway three and drain it.
Oh, yeah, he's a big boy.
Lastly, rookie Isaiah Crawford would score before the game ended, getting his first NBA points, which thrilled the Kings bench. So, light that beam. That's 9 wins out of their last 11. And up next, the Golden State Warriors at G1C on Wednesday.
Fight me! Fight me! Fight me! Fight me!
Yes. Yes. Yes.
Now you know what happened.
A workmanlike win, a workmanlike Kings rewind.
Yeah.
All well done. And now the Warriors, who lost to the Celtics by 40 at home.
Were they trying?
We were only able to beat them by 30.
Yeah.
They come a very angry. You know what? It's like a very angry Warriors team. Here's how much I believe in this team. I'm at the point where I don't necessarily care if the Warriors are angry. It's like, okay, fine, you're angry. Well, we're better than you, and we should win.
Angry too.
Yeah, we're the we're angry.
Yeah.
Here's Doug Christie post game talking about. Yeah, you may have noticed, Jason Ross. I'm sure those in our I don't necessarily want to bring this up because the chat's actually been pretty behaved so far when it comes to De'Aaron Fox this morning. That was a big thing Friday. De'Aaron had 12 points and 13 assists, and 5 boards and 2 steals.
Season high 13 assists.
Yeah, 4 at 12. It's like, well, where's come on, Mr. Scoring guy? What's up? Doug Christie talked about De'Aaron Fox after the game, and I thought he had a very insightful take on it.
De'Aaron Fox can score. This is back-to-back games where
Matt.
he hasn't really had to or hasn't had the scoring nights that we've come used to, but a 13-assist night tonight, made some big winning plays against Houston defensively, especially in the fourth quarter. How valuable is it to have a star that can go beyond just putting the ball in the bucket, and when he's having a quote-unquote off night, he can impact the game in other ways?
You know, I told you guys before the game, like, in my opinion, this isn't an off night for De'Aaron because scoring isn't everything in basketball. Like, this guy is like, he's like that. And the fact that he can affect the game without putting the ball in the bucket all the time is next level, man. Like, he's drawing people, finding people. And then guess what? On the night when it clicks, you're going to be like, damn. And like, I am super, super excited and proud of him, man. Like, how he goes about his business. There are times where I'm like, you want this play? He's like, nah, my man's rolling. Let's rock with it. And I'm like, okay. Like, that's maturation. That's leadership. I'm here to win the ball game. I'm not here to be whatever everyone thinks I need to be. And that, to me, is everything. To watch him go on the journey and then to be on the journey with him. Like, this is probably, it sounds weird, but one of his better games. Like, he controlled the game in a way that the stats don't indicate, and that's big time.
I mean,
yes,
it's hard to argue with that.
Yeah.
Look, De'Aaron didn't shoot the ball well.
Right. That's it. That's the part that he was missing.
And what I enjoyed, I guess, is De'Aaron Fox didn't shoot the ball well, so he found ways to affect the game in other ways. And for a guy who literally averages 19.9, he averages 20 shots a game. He took 12. So he saw he wasn't shooting the ball well. He went, oh, okay, I'm gonna decoy and I'm gonna distribute. And that's, look, ideally, I'd love for him to have 30 points a game. But on nights, even when he's not feeling it, the fact that he's able to be unselfish, put the ego aside, involve his teammates, get the assist, play the defense, and all that. I mean, good for him.
Yeah, points weren't a problem. Sabonis, this to me felt more like a night where Sabonis was really going to dominate, and he did. But then there's DeRozan, there's Monk, there's other people contributing, and they scored plenty of points. He did his part. He just really didn't make his shots, and I would say that's kind of 2 games in a row. But De'Aaron's been the leading scorer all year. It's nice to see other guys involved. He's doing other things. I'm not the slightest worried about De'Aaron.
No, not at all. And Domantas Sabonis was really the big star of the night. Malik Monk had a fine night too. But Sabonis in 32 minutes, and yeah, again, it was a blowout. 29 points, 18 boards, 4 assists, 2 of 3 from beyond the arc. Jason, I'm still in the whole Domantas is taking a 3. He made it. Yay. Like, that's kind of cute. Like, that's at what point do we move from that to bro, you need to take 5 or 6?
Yeah, now I'm shoot. There's still every once in a while he won't, but he's less hesitant than ever. But there's other times where it's and he's still looking. I mean, he's always such a willing passer, but I have full confidence in him. And I was saying this the other day, I think on the post game, I said the irony of this team where they are now, I feel like the people I am probably most confident in their threes right now are Keon and Sabonis. And maybe even DeRozan.
Yeah, weirdly enough.
Where it's Fox, Herter, Keegan, Lyles, Monk, plenty of other shooters that I would say traditionally have been better than those guys. But right now, between Keon and Sabonis, those 2 guys are totally locked in.
He is shooting, obviously, a career high in makes. He is making 1.2 threes a game. His previous career high was his second to last year in Indiana, where he made 0.8 of a 3 a game at a 32% clip. He's making his threes at a 48.5% clip. And he's also taking honestly, Jason, this isn't even a career high in attempts. That year he averaged 0.8 of a 3. He also shot it 2.6 times a game, 2.4 this year. Until further here's the thing. It's almost like, well, how high exponentially can we go? I would like to see that double.
Yeah.
I would like to see, instead of taking 2.5 threes a game, take 5 threes a game.
Aren't all of them wide open?
Yes.
I mean, there's almost a point where it's a catch.
Yes.
Line it up, look, and shoot. I mean, they're all wide open for him.
They are with threes wide open. Yes, they are. And at one point, if they stop being wide open, well, cool. You've just opened up the entire floor. You've just drawn their guys out. You have and as soon as just keep doing it until people, because I don't think that they're playing him honest right now at the line. That's why they're wide open.
Yeah.
And by the way, we're sitting here, 39 or he's played 39 games this year, and he is now 7 threes away from tying his career high. He's 7 threes away.
Do it.
I hope he does. Jason, we'll take a break. When we come back, quick 1-minute break. 3 for Madness. The Kings are officially the hottest team in the NBA right now, but is it a fluke? And a couple other questions, too. 3 for Madness next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Hey, it's Carmichael Dave for American Energy Heating and Air with a question. Have you recently had a technician diagnose your HVAC system and you were a bit surprised at how much it cost? Or did something seem off about their quote? Because at American Energy, they take pride in giving you honest, straightforward solutions to get that system up and running. Have their qualified technicians come out and give you a free second opinion. It's free. You got nothing to lose but some dollars off of that original quote. They're making the uncomfortable comfortable. They've been doing it since 1981, serving the greater Sacramento area. A+ with the Better Business Bureau. That's why they keep having customers coming back for more and more and more. You can call them and set that appointment at 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990 or AmericanEnergyAir.com.
Call 916-520-9990 now.
Answers. It's 3 for Madness on the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Here's question 1.
Stay inside the lines.
Coming up next, the NFL playoffs. Not just what happened, but what's about to happen. And I have a matchup stat that's going to blow your mind coming up this Sunday. Oh, God.
Yeah.
Oh, God. Yep. I just caught that. Did. Oh, my goodness.
I'm sorry. We're here.
Oh, no. That wasn't what I was thinking of, but now it's a double whammy.
Oh.
Yeah, we are here. We're towards the end of the season. That's what you were referring to. And pretty soon it's going to be 100 outside.
Not that part.
It's practically summer already.
It is.
I wore
shorts today.
College football's over. NFL, there's 3 more games. That's it. In the Pro Bowl.
The March.
We have officially started when because college football and Hard Knocks are the openings of the good season. College football ending is the beginning. It's like we're into the closing ceremonies now.
Yeah.
We're into the closing ceremonies of a good part of the year.
What was your other reaction, though?
I just realized I'm going to be on a plane.
Oh, on Sunday?
For the NFC and AFC championship games.
You'll be able to watch it.
No, I won't. No, I will not, because I will be coming back over, and they're not really good about live TV over the Atlantic. That's neat. That's great.
I thought you found a sports station, like a Sky Sports thing over there on the plane.
That was, yeah. Well, here's the thing. Okay, full disclosure. So I'm Friday's a travel day, and then I'll be in England for the Saturday match, and then New York next week. I don't think they're smart. I'm flying United for the first time in my life at all. I usually fly JetBlue. I've never flown United before for even a tiny flight, like nothing. I flew American like once, I think. Never flown United. I'm not hearing wonderful things. So I don't know. Generally, the live TV goes out over the Atlantic. And yes, you're right. On JetBlue, I would get Sky Sports, and that's how I was able to watch. I was able to watch Cowboys-Niners last year on Sunday Night Football going over. I don't think oh my God. And let's see, over the Atlantic is what? It takes about 5 hours. I got to go look at the times. Oh, God. I don't want to be, that sucks. Also, it's going to be summer soon. There's a lot of crap we're dealing with right now, Jason.
You sound like you're from London.
Question 1, Christopher Ladd.
The Kings are officially the hottest team in the NBA right now. Is this a fluke?
So here's why I don't think it is. Now, I don't think they're going to win 90% of the rest of their games. They're just not.
Okay.
But here's why, taking off the purple glasses, here's why I don't think it's a fluke. What X and O changes are really standing out since Doug Christie took over? He's playing Keon Ellis more. He simplified the playbook. That's what they say. But I'm not sitting here going, oh, they're discovering this one mismatch. And the reason I'm asking that is because the thought process would be, we always say it, this is a very smart league. They have film. They have nerds going over the film. At some point, they're going to find whatever weakness the Kings are exploiting in other teams, and they're going to solve that issue. And by the way, and yes, it's a game of adjustments. Steve Kerr right now is probably looking at game film with his coaches, and they're going to find something. And then it's up to Doug Christie and his guys to readjust to the adjustment. Blah, 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 blah. But it's not like they're just beating lames either. You know, we're talking they've beaten the Houstons of the world. They've beaten the Memphises of the world. They've beaten the Bostons of the world. Like, they're beating some top tier teams, and I don't think I think health is what matters. And as long as they're relatively healthy, which, yeah, knock on wood, they are, they're going to win 90% of their games, but I could see them winning 60% of their games, and I'm fine with that.
Yeah, I think the other part they have won in this stretch the close games. That's something that was killing them before. So I think they've done it now 4 times, games decided by 5 points or less, and that Houston game was one. The Miami comeback was one. I mean, there's a bunch of these games that they were going the other way before.
Mm-hmm.
So part of the stuff they had built under Mike Brown was here. I think they've amplified that. Yes, some of the rotations are changed a little bit. And then just, I think the messaging and the notes that Doug is hitting has landed beautifully, and they've had success. It's all been paired together, and let's just keep this thing rolling.
Mike Brown was fired after the Detroit game. By the way, in which I was thinking about this yesterday. So they lost to Detroit 114-113. What if they beat Detroit 114-113?
Right.
Like, what does this look like right now?
Yeah.
What are we doing? Anyways, they then go down to L.A.
And there's kind of a chance that they would have had another game like similar to that
to where, yeah, it would have eventually. Something would have happened. They were 13-19 December 28th coming back on the plane. They are now 22-20. And they are 1, 2, 3, 4, 5, 6-0 at home under Doug Christie. They've now pulled even at home on the year. They're 2 games above 500. We're going to go into the standings here at 743 and just how much. Jason, you did some pretty good work I saw this morning on just how much they've gained on different teams over this streak. And Jason, in this streak of winning 9 of 10, they've beaten Dallas, as I said, Memphis, blew out Golden State, double overtime versus Miami, at Boston, home Houston. Like, there's probably more, there are more good teams than bad teams spread throughout that. You got Golden State tonight, and then you've got the big 6-game road trip, which features, amongst others, the Knicks, the Nuggets, Oklahoma City. We'll talk about that tomorrow, obviously, or the next day, but hell, if they go 3-3 on that trip, I'm fine.
That's successful.
It's a successful road trip to me. So I don't think it's a fluke.
I don't either.
Okay. Yeah. Number 2, please.
Question 2.
We talked about banana in the tailpipe games, Dave. Are you worried this is a banana in the tailpipe season, Dave?
So for those of you not initiated, and almost all of you are, one of the things the Kings would do that would frustrate me and all of you quite a bit, and I refer to banana in the tailpipe, that's the scene out of Beverly Hills Cop where Axel Foley, Eddie Murphy's character, sticks a banana in the tailpipe of the 2 cops trailing him. And, of course, although has anybody ever tested that to see if that would really work on those old cars where it would cause the car to sputter out? I don't even know. Maybe that was a movie thing.
Taggart wasn't having it.
Taggart was not having it at all, although
Rosewood?
Yeah, but who why am I forgetting he's got a weird name.
What?
The actor. Judge Reinhold. Yeah. So I don't know if that'll work in real life. Anyways, then later on, the new guys tailing him go, I'm not going to fall for no banana in the tailpipe. What I mean by that in games is it's those games in which the Kings go down 20-something, and then in the 3rd or 4th quarter, they go on this crazy run, and they pull within single digits, and just when you think there's a chance, they blow it in the end. In other words, you fell for the banana in the tailpipe, just like you're Charlie Brown falling for Lucy holding the football. The same comparison would work. So that's a game. So are we looking at this season where the question is basically, do you believe we might be looking at a season where they put themselves in a hole, then they're coming back just enough to pull you back in and make you believe, and then they'll find some way to screw it up in the end? Jason, this kind of ties into question number 1. It's one thing to go on a hot streak if we were sitting here and we were like, I don't know how they're doing this, and I don't care. Just keep it going. I don't know how they won that game. Keep it going. Just like we were saying, for example, when they were losing all those games, and we kept saying, I don't know how they're losing. The numbers don't add up. Well, the numbers add up here. It makes sense. This is how it should have been. I don't believe right now is the anomaly, although 9 of 10, again, that's a little high. It's the previous part of the season that was the anomaly. This is more like who this team is. They're 22-20 right now. They should probably be, 28-12, something like that. That's who I think they really are. So no, I don't, again, health aside, I think this is sustainable.
Yeah, I guess like the banana in the tip, like wouldn't every season end up kind of being that in definition?
Like where, except unless you win the championship.
Yeah.
Yeah.
In a way, you know what I mean? Because at some point, even if this year keeps like this, then there'll be some belief that, hey, maybe they're going to do something really special. Or if they get into a playoff series, like, I believe they're going to win this series. And then if they lose, like, I feel like we can always get there. But I know what you mean. I know what the premise of the question is. Yeah, I think it just feels like some of the numbers, some of the way the roster was built. Look, I think we came into the year thinking this was a good team.
Yes.
So I don't think the way they're playing right now is shocking. I think maybe the results earlier on were the more of the surprising part.
Yes.
Than the actual, record that they had then. But, now you get a whole back half of the season, so they'll get a chance to prove who they really are.
Cut number 3, please, or question.
Question 3.
Rumors have the Kings focused on Cam Johnson with John Collins as a backup plan. Are you okay with this?
By the way, the over-under was, I think, 44.5 wins on the team this year. So they were expected to be above 500. Yeah, I'm okay with this. Again, be careful what you read. Be careful what you think. How often do trades that are rumored actually happen? Not that often. But it does make sense. Look, the Nets are fielding a ton of offers right now from a ton of different teams on Cam Johnson. Same, Danny Ainge and the Jazz. And what I'm worried is that the fan base is going to think it's either this guy or that guy, and if it doesn't happen, well, we're screwed. Well, what if the Kings don't get Cam Johnson and the Kings don't get John Collins or let's be very careful and take a look before you react at the deals that got them. Because they might be asking a ton for Cam Johnson and Danny Ainge might be asking a ton for John Collins. I'm actually good with either of these guys. I'd rather have Cam Johnson, but getting John Collins on this team, when you look at the numbers he's putting up, Lauri Markkanen is not having a great year, by the way. And they're on a really, we always talk about the Wizards, and we were just talking about Jonas Valanciunas and Kuzma. Well, John Collins putting up pretty damn efficient numbers, not good numbers. Jordan Poole can put up good scoring numbers on Washington. Right. Doesn't mean he's good. It doesn't mean he's having a great year. John Collins actually having a really good year and could fill a spot that we really sorely need. I think they're looking in the right directions.
Yeah, I think it's like any trade. I like the names being mentioned. Sure. I like Johnson personally better than Collins. That's me. But what's the cost? Like, that's the whole part of it. Like, just plugging that player on the Kings, yes. What does Sacramento have to give up? That's right. I mean, the trade part is critical to me in this.
100%. And it's not, and by the way, those are the big names. Remember, we still need beef on the front line. And we talked ad nauseum about it in the 6 a.m. hour. We've been talking about it. Jonas Valanciunas makes $9-10 million a year.
Yep.
He had 23 points in 22 minutes. He's still that as your backup to Sabonis. Not to mention, you don't have to worry about Sabonis having to go up against him anymore.
Right.
That, to me, I know he's not the name that Collins and Cam. That's the most. That, please, like, that should have been done yesterday.
Yep.
Please bring Jonas Valanciunas here. Please. Amen.
We said please.
We said please. Just get that one. You don't have to wait.
Right.
We'll take a break when we come back. NFL playoffs. We're down to the Final Four. We'll go over a little bit of what happened, a little bit of what's coming up, and a stat you're going to love. We'll do that next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, out the door to a chilly start. Make sure you've got the layers ready to go. Well, plenty of sunshine for the afternoon, along with lighter winds today. Highs will peak in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Don't miss the excitement of 49ers Game Day by securing your 2025 season tickets now. Inventory is limited, so speak with a representative. Dial 415-GO-NINERS and reserve your seats. That's 415-GO-NINERS.
Dunks, threes, buzzer beaters. There's so much NBA happening. I gotta keep up. Easy there. There's a better way to NBA with the NBA app. Wait, really? Follow your favorite teams and the league's brightest stars. Be on the ball with real-time stats and scores. Yeah? And go behind all the drama with new docs and shows. Are you kidding? Catch every swish, dunk, and bucket. All of this, all in one place, all for free. Thank you. There's a better way to NBA. Download the app today. Available on the Google Play, Apple app, and Android stores.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch to the gym to the office and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it. Exclusively at Kohl's. Some exclusions apply. See store or Kohls.com for details.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Break up with stinky clothes.
Rinse it out.
Every now and then I get a little bit tired of the stinks that just will never come out.
Oh, Downy in the rinse change.
Every now and then I rinse it out. One wash and it delivers. One wash it smells so clean. Downy Rinse and Refresh, it's a dream.
Downy Rinse and Refresh. Fights odor in just one wash. Guaranteed.
Jerry and Kenny here from Bell Brothers. And if you've even thought of replacing your old, outdated, inefficient windows, now is the time to take action.
Right now at Bell Brothers, when you buy one window, you'll get the second one for 30% off. That's right. Buy one, get the second one 30% off.
That's real savings, up to $6,000. You have to buy at least 4 windows to qualify, and you can't mix windows and doors. But beyond that, every second window is 30% off.
For example, when you buy 10 windows, you will get 5 windows at 30% off. We also have 0% interest financing available for qualified buyers. Call for details.
To take advantage of our buy one, get one 30% off sale, call Bell Brothers now at 916-444-1234 or find us online at theNoSurpriseGuys.com.
The No Surprise Guys, Bell Brothers.
Oh, doesn't feel.
The only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Yeah, you hit the post on that, Chris. I forgot to mention the morning blah. I did something I hadn't done in a long time yesterday. I took a shower with a dog. Yeah, we took Gracie up the hill. The little we have she's the white one, and she decided to be mountain dog. So bringing her back, white dog, like white car. You know, you see all the markings on.
Yeah.
Dog was she was living her best life, dude. And there's just no other way around. The problem is we give her a bath. She's very active. Mm-hmm. And so the whole bathroom gets a bath. So finally, I take a shower. I was like, hey, you know what? Let's just not talk about this. I mean, she's a girl dog, but, you know, whatever. And, I was just sitting in there, and she was a little scared. So I was singing a shower song, Gracie's getting a bath. It's so fun. You know, just doing that.
Her mind.
Just trying to ease her mind. She was actually really good through the whole thing. Got her and, put a little, probably should have done this. I don't know if it affects dogs, but little droplet of Irish Spring on her, and
give her doggy loofah.
Yeah, a little. Oh, she was loving the shower. She was loving the water and all that on her little belly and all that. She was loving it. Did not feel the same way about the hairdryer. Because I was trying to fluff her up a little bit, get her dried, and nope, does not.
Towels didn't work?
Well, towels did, but that just gets her from soaking wet to damp. And then we can't let her outside because she's immediately going to want to roll in the grass.
That's true.
But I tried to fluff her up with the dry on low. I made sure I held it to me for her to make sure it wasn't too hot or anything. And, on low, and I had her in my arms. I was petting, like, oh, it's okay. And she was like, I'm out, dude. Anyways, if you haven't showered with a dog in a long time, it's fun. It's a blast. NFL playoffs over the weekend, a lot of showering with a lot of dogs. What? I don't get it. It was good. It was fun. It was fun. The Chiefs looked like it would be it's like what Tony Romo said the other day, 7s, not 3s. It was a lot of field goaling.
A lot of chiefing.
But then the Chiefs chiefed. I love the whole thing. Like, look, I'm not opposed to thinking refs rig things. And I also am not opposed to believing that Patrick Mahomes gets a decent whistle. But, like, sometimes I like to zoom out on that particular conspiracy. I'm like, okay, hold on. So we think that there's some sort of NFL-wide conspiracy in the biggest sport in the country to rig things for a bottom 4 market to continually win the Super Bowl in the Midwest, mind you, because why? And no one's uncovered it. No, they just look. They're really
pretty good.
They're pretty good, and Patrick Mahomes is really good at taking advantage of rules.
Yeah, and besides those, I thought the Texans were getting so many self-inflicted penalties too on their own, on their side with throughout that game. They had their opportunities,
and sometimes there's this thing too. There is a reason why playoff experience tends to matter. Like the Chiefs, you're not going to phase them with anything. And by the way, that I was watching. Do you remember the video? After, I can't remember the year. I want to say it was the last year he was with the Patriots, and the last year they won a Super Bowl. You remember they went into Arrowhead, I believe, and beat the Chiefs. The Patriots did.
Mm-hmm.
And Tom Brady took a selfie video as they're walking out with him and Gronk, and the whole thing was just like them both like shrugging their shoulders, like, well, here we are.
Yeah.
Here we are. Then it faded into bad boy for life. Not awkward now, but they had that swagger.
Yeah.
And the Chiefs had to go up against that swagger. And Brady owned Mahomes. And Mahomes learned from that. And now he's owning everybody else.
Exactly.
And I think teams, they sphincter up when they play the Chiefs. And at some point, guess what? Some team is not going to sphincter up, and they're going to get over that hump, just like the Pistons had to get over the Celtics hump, just like the Bulls and Michael Jordan had to get over the Pistons hump, just like, in a lot of cases, at some point, people had to get over the Shaq and Kobe and Phil Jackson hump. It happens. On the other side, we had the Detroit Lions and the Washington Commanders. This was tough, dude. I felt so flipping bad for Lions fans and for the Lions. And I know that's just I know that's just a Kings fan to me, probably more than anything else, Jason. But golly, the Lions, you lost one of the best defensive players in the league in Aiden Hutchinson. You barely, if at all, skipped a beat. You dominated the regular season. And you blew it in front of your home fans.
Yeah, you dominated the regular season, but the end, their defense was leaking oil.
Yeah,
and this game, it just showed up. They just could not get the plays. And when they were turning the ball over, then combined with that, where they weren't scoring, and then just some of the decisions. Look, this is kind of what they do. You live with it. That end around pass, like the most critical time to put a trust in someone that doesn't normally throw the ball. I don't know. That was self-inflicted to me.
Dan Campbell was emotional, understandably, after the game.
When you lose these games, man, it's like the players. What they put into it, a lot of people don't know, what they go through. You have to get up, bodies beat the mentally stay locked in and do those things. So, long season.
Yeah. There's no guarantees they'll be back. It's a really good team, though. I think they've got to run here for a while, but it just, when you've got everything laid out for you as the home field, you had that brutal loss to the Niners last year. It's like, okay, now we can do it. We can do it on our home field. You have a probably in my mind the right team to play, like a young up and coming team that maybe isn't ready for this.
Yes.
Yet they were. I mean, it's just that's really rough one for the Lions.
Well, and as bad as I might or others might feel for the Lions, Shane Daniels is 2 wins away from being a champion in his rookie year.
Incredible year.
22 of 31, 300 yards, 2 touchdowns. He just plays flawless football, 51 yards on the ground. Goes into Detroit and just smashes them. Outscored them 14-3 in the fourth when you thought that scoreline was going to get reversed.
Mm-hmm.
When you look at everything that's happened with the Commanders / Redskins over the last 3, 4, 5 years, with all of that and the ownership change, Daniel Snyder, good for them.
Yeah.
I wanted Detroit to win, but good for them.
I know it's a cliche when people say that, like, the guy doesn't look like a rookie. But I mean,
no.
Like, you just never look at it. He just looks so comfortable.
Did you see the video of from Hard Knocks preseason where, or maybe it was midseason, it was with the New York Giants with their GM, and he's getting ready to draft in his 12-year-old kid. He's like, well, who do you think I should draft? He's like, Jaden Daniels, Dad. Trade up and draft Jaden Daniels. You have to get Jaden Daniels.
And keep Saquon.
Yeah, really. The Eagles won. That was not much of a surprise. Props to the Rams.
Absolutely. I know they were coming back to win that thing.
Eagles end up winning at home, and that's what was supposed to happen. And Saquon Barkley, he just had 205 yards and a couple of touchdowns. I mean, that's fine. But good year for the Rams. Cooper Kupp says he's coming back. Matt Stafford has to decide his future. I'm proud if I'm the Rams. Nobody except Jason Ross expected them to go this far. And honestly, Jason, it might have been props to the mayor of Philadelphia, the EAGLES.
Yeah, I love that. Love that.
She had something for the crowd to celebrate the win.
Let me hear you all say ELGSES, Eagles.
Wait, ELTSES?
You know what? A lot of people are giving crap to the mayor, but she sounds like a true diehard Eagles fan.
Diehard
Elvis.
Maybe she was trying to say Elsis.
Let me hear you all say ELGSES, Eagles.
What's great is the second L is when she realized, oh, crap. I've been here before.
Hear you all say ELGSES, Eagles.
Did she
nobody's
realize
in unison?
No, the people around her are the best part. Listen to just the people in the background.
Hear you all say ELGSES, Eagles. Let's go, Birds.
Let's go, Dogs. Wait, what?
That's Philadelphia Elsis. That's like, remember when they did the schedule reveal for the Titans and everybody's getting the logos wrong? I want to see Philadelphia Elsis.
Yeah. It's like, who's in your division? The Cowboys and everyone else's.
Look, we've all
misspelled Eagles.
But my God, that wasn't
in front of everybody.
Was right. I mean, I honestly watched the clip a bunch of times, and I watched the end because I'm like, is she having
I think she's
something going on?
Yeah.
I think we're saving the best for last. In fact, we're not going to have time. We're going to spend a whole freaking segment on the Ravens and
maybe in the Sean segment,
the Bills. I think so. And Jason, I want to pay off this stat though. We now know that Buffalo and Kansas City are going to play each other in the AFC Championship. I have here their numbers from their last 10 games they've played against each other head to head. 5-5. The Bills have scored 251 points. The Chiefs have scored 251 points. It's dead even, except where it matters. But my goodness, if you want to say that's the Super Bowl, I don't blame you. You're not right. It's not the Super Bowl. It's the AFC champion, but still. We'll take a break when we come back. Standings. Watch. Jason's done a lot of work on this. Take a look at all the stuff the Kings have done over the last 2 weeks. They've been very, very busy. We'll talk about that next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco!
It's all on his shoulders. Fox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour. I got to fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're going to be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SEAT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SEAT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SEAT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code SEAT25.
Progressive presents Renter's MVP's Most Valuable Possessions. Today's MVP, Joe Fallon's bedroom mini fridge. Sure, this pint-sized chiller's max capacity is 3 soda cans, but what it lacks in stature, it makes up in cooling strength. Each beverage a perfect 37 degrees every time. And the 2 feet Joe walks to get a drink, priceless. That's why his mini fridge is today's MVP. Keep your most valuable possessions protected by bundling your renters and auto insurance with Progressive. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company affiliates and other insurers not available in all states.
Old Spice Swagger Body Wash will make you the MVP of freshness and confidence. With its irresistible scent, it will transform your shower experience, leaving you feeling fresh on and off the field. Pair it with Old Spice Swagger Deodorant, the #1 aluminum-free brand that keeps you feeling like a Super Bowl champion 24/7 when used daily. But don't wait. This dynamic duo is available at Costco for a limited time only. Old Spice, official deodorant partner of the NFL and Super Bowl 59, where freshness meets football greatness.
Happy New Grill. Whitey here reminding you that not all grills are created equal. Give your family a real treat as we did on Christmas Eve. Bring out all the flavors of the new year with the amazing Napoleon Prestige line of outdoor cookers. Napoleon grills have features other grills can't match. They're built different, built better, built to last. Complete with a lifetime warranty and premium steel that boasts absolute quality. Whitey and Napoleon Grills wish you Happy New Year. Visit Green Acres Nursery today for your best selection of Napoleon grills and accessories.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
This year, resolve to save on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on over 30 new half-ton Silverado LT and RST. After rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big. Huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers. Based on 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
Carmichael Dave.
He has very good sources, and he just kind of tells it as it is and gets to the point.
Jason Ross.
He has a lot of pretty smart things to say.
He's good at what he does.
On Sacktown Sports.
At some point, too, by the way, we got to get to the Raiders. Ain't going to be Ben Johnson.
Nope.
MC, I would hope, is happy. I like that move for the Bears. We'll see.
Yeah, we'll see.
We'll see. There's some offense to work with there. I think that offense was a combination of Caleb Williams being a rookie, a lot of new faces, bad coaching. Interested to see what the Bears are already my pick to click next year, Jason.
Really?
Oh, yeah.
In a division that had the other three all make the playoffs.
Lions, they won't. They're heartbroken.
Okay.
Packers, I'll think of something. Vikings, losing Sam Darnold. Now you got to have J.J. McCarthy's first year.
Okay.
Bears, put your money on them now.
Wow.
1-800-GAMBLER. Great night for the Sacramento Kings. Or day, I should say.
Yeah, yesterday was a really good day for them.
They didn't even play.
Yeah.
They just chilled and
watched the carnage.
Watched the carnage. The Hornets came back on the Mavs.
That was huge.
That started things out. The Hornets win 110-105. The Timberwolves were beating the Grizzlies all game in Memphis. Got outscored 37-30 in the fourth. The Grizzlies win by 2. The Cavs, just calved all over the Suns. The Warriors, woof, dude. 29-18 after the first. 54-39 at halftime. And then the Celtics outscored them 71-46 in the second half. They beat them by 40 on their own floor. That was
I thought when they were 12-3.
Yeah.
It's like talking about them as great stories in the league.
They are now 9-18 since that starts. And they come into Golden One Center tomorrow. Also, by the way, I know this doesn't mean anything to anyone, but the Jazz were up on the Pelicans 38-19. I remember seeing that after the first one. I was like, oh, okay. And then
it was big in the late third, I think, or mid-third.
Yeah, and then the Pelicans, they Pelicaned. That thing ends up going to OT. The Pelicans outscore the Jazz 61-41 in the second half, and then beat them in overtime. That doesn't matter for the standings, though. Here's the bottom line. The Clippers even lost at home to the Bulls.
The Bulls, second night of a back-to-back. I think they've lost 5 in a row. So
Bulls beat them by 13. So the Clippers, the Warriors, the Suns, the Timberwolves, the Rockets got beat at home by Detroit, by the way, and the Mavs all lost. Literally the only thing you could even argue that was bad for the Kings is that somebody had to lose between the Timberwolves and Grizzlies, so the Grizzlies won, but you would have rather the Timberwolves have lost.
Yeah, it was a perfect day. Like anybody that in the West that played an East team lost, like you said, and it just we had said earlier, maybe some of the things it might be better for the Kings just not to play. Take like 2 weeks off.
You said that last week.
But right now it's the combo because the Kings are winning games and everyone else is losing. So they've really flipped some things around here in the standings. And what are they, in sole possession of 8th?
Yeah. Let's get to the standings right now. By the way, 1-800-920-1140, 916.
Yeah.
Nope, not 916. That's the text line. 1-800-920-1140. Jiffy Lube drive of the game. We will take your call right now. And if you've got that Jiffy Lube drive of the game, you know the drill. You get yourself a $100 gift card to Jiffy Lube to get whatever the heck you want done. And Jason, everybody could use a Jiffy Lube gift card.
Absolutely.
1-800-920-1140.
Anytime, but especially right now.
The Oklahoma City Thunder have all but clinched the 1 seed. So let's just forget about that. They've got a 7-game lead on the Rockets.
Nice.
So the Kings started out the day 22-20. They ended the day 22-20. That was a tie with the Timberwolves. They were a full game back of the Mavericks, et cetera, et cetera. Here we are right now, Jason. The Kings move into sole possession of 8. They are now a half game back of the Mavericks. They are 1 game back from the Lakers and the 6th seed and their very own we don't care about the play-in Jason, they're 2 games back of the Clippers for the 5 seed, and I know I'm getting really silly here. They're 4 back of the Nuggets for home court advantage. Now, on the other side, they're a half game ahead of the Timberwolves.
Yeah.
They're a full game ahead of the Suns. They're 1 game ahead of the Golden State Warriors. So on one hand, they are 1 game away from being out of the playoffs. On the other hand, they are 1 game away from not even being in the play-in. 1 game difference either way takes you from play-in to out or play-in to in.
Yeah, yesterday we said all the things went well, but let's say the Suns had 1 and the Warriors had 1, which obviously they didn't. Then all 3 of those teams would have been 22-20, but they both lost, so the Kings got a little separation. Little on these guys.
I don't think this is my dad, but his name is Jack. Good morning, Jack. You're on with Dave and Jason and Chris. Hello.
Good morning, guys.
Okay.
Hey, it's Jack.
Hey, it's
Jack.
Long time, Jack. How are you?
I'm doing okay, guys. How are you?
We're doing good. Good to hear from you. Yeah. Do you have yourself a Jiffy Lube drive of the game guess for us?
I do. I'd say it's a drive by De'Aaron Fox with a pass back to trailing Sabonis for the dunk.
Once again, people are they're watching, they're taking notes, they're listening to the G-Man. Let's see if he's right. Maybe he's wrong. G-Man?
Kings have Fox accelerating. Gets by 1 defender. Challenged by Sarr. Gives to Sabonis. Right down the lane for the throwdown. Your Jiffy Lube drive of the game. Puts the Kings on top by 10, 54-44. 2.5 minutes to go in the first half. It was Fox to a trailing Sabonis, and he crashed hard and strong for the quick 2 points. You're listening to the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross tomorrow morning at 7:45. Your chance to win a $100 Jiffy Lube certificate.
Well, you took your chance and you ran with it, Jack. Good. Love seeing good people win. And Jack, I'll just ask you. Jason asked me to ask you this on Saturday when we talked. What radio station and home of the Kings makes all your Jiffy Lube $100 gift card dreams come true, Jack?
That would be Sacktown Sports, 1140.
I mean, honestly, it's just that one, because he's got the radio voice too. I hope Jack's doing well. It's been a while.
I hope so, Jack.
We'll take a break when a caller has a better voice than you do. When we come back, the Kings win for the 9th time in their last 11 games. You were nervous about the Wizards. No need for that, Harry. And on top of that, the G-Man visited with De'Aaron postgame. We'll talk about that next.
The only place you'll find Malik Monk is Sacktown Sports.
Oh, my, what an athletic move that time by Malik Monk.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Malik Monk, and you're listening to the home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interests first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, Folsom Lake Ford. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, like America's best-selling F-Series. Check out a huge selection of Mavericks, F-150s, and Super Duty trucks, or tech-filled SUVs like Explorers and Expeditions. Plus a huge selection of Broncos and Bronco Sports. All in stock now at Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest finance rates. And Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. Hurry to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they are my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. For 35 years and counting, come down and take a test drive today. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Power Business Technology is proud to be a 100% independent, locally owned and managed Toshiba copier dealer. Local ownership cuts out the red tape, allowing ourselves to never be too busy to personally answer the call when our clients need us. Recognized for excellence in service execution, training, and customer service, we're proud to be named a Toshiba ProMasters Elite dealer since 2021. Contact us today for all your business printing needs at 844-POWER-BZ. That's 844-769-3729, or visit us at powercopiers.com.
What sets Ashton & Price apart from other injury law firms? I'll tell you. From beginning to end, all important legal decisions are made directly between our clients and their experienced local attorney. A gate agent flying the plane, the receptionist performing surgery, not a chance. There's simply no substitute for the unique power of the direct attorney-client relationship offered by Ashton & Price. And there's never a fee until we win, and between you and me, we win a lot.
Remember, for the best advice, don't think twice. Call Ashton & Price.
Winter can be tough on your garage doors. So are you sure yours is ready to handle the cold? Well, don't wait for your garage door to break down on a chilly morning. This February, Overhead Door Company of Sacramento is offering their Sweetheart Special, $150 off a garage door with the purchase of a new garage door opener. So don't let winter slow you down. Visit overheaddoorofsacramento.com for your free estimate. And another reason to love the great folks at Overhead Door Company of Sacramento is how consistent they've been with giving back to the community. They have served our region for 70 plus years as a family owned and operated company, and they give back as you can join them this Saturday in Elk Grove for Project Ride's 25th annual crab feed, blessing the lives of those with special needs and disabilities. You can reach them at 916-421-3747, 916-421-3747. Overhead Door Company of Sacramento, the genuine, the original overhead door. Always look for the red ribbon logo.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento.
From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
Sacktown Sports 1140.
The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then
boom, with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
Keegan Murray, breakout opportunity. DeMont sets up the alley-oop. Keegan finishes it off with a two-hand flush.
Oh, yeah. Malik Monk gets it back.
20 or more. Ball stripped away from Kuzma. Fox has it. Feeds it ahead to Monk. Showtime. Windmill rip. Oh, my. A lot of Kings fans jumped right up out of their seats on that one to make it 114-93.
You got to think, I saw the first couple of invites go out. You got to think if he wants to, Malik Monk will be in the dunk contest. I got to think if he wants it. Like, it's not like it's Dominique and Michael Jordan these days. It's always like.
You think he'd do well?
I mean, he's got the hops.
Yeah.
It's always about, do you have the hops plus creativity?
Right, exactly.
I think Malik Monk is I think he's clearly one of the better in-game dunkers.
That's where I think he thrives.
But is he going to do well, when you and it's just so hard now because you've seen everything. And right now I was thinking about this too. Remember when Blake Griffin came on the scene for the Clippers and he had the injury his rookie year, and then those Lob City Clippers were a blast.
Yes.
And Blake Griffin, like I saw this about a week ago. It's what got me going. It was a Blake Griffin mixtape, and you just kind of forget how insane some of his dunks were. Who's that guy now? Is it Ja? But
yeah,
he's a
probably.
guard. Is there a forward? Is there somebody who's even near what Blake Griffin's size was that is the guy for dunking?
That's a good question right now.
I mean, Miles Bridges was and probably still is a pretty good dunker, but not at that.
Yeah, I don't feel like Gordon does it in game. Like he was a great dunk contest guy, so was Levine.
Yeah,
but I'm trying to think Gordon had that size. But,
yeah, that's true. Gordon Levine's my favorite modern day dunk contest.
But in game, I
Yeah.
don't know I don't remember a lot of Gordon's like Blake does.
Like where it seems like for you had Jordan and Dominique. You had, obviously Kobe and LeBron just kind of do their own thing.
LeBron's still a pretty good in-game dunker.
100%, but his dunks are 98% just that signature LeBron James throwdown, which is badass.
Yeah.
But then, you had your Blake Griffins, you had your Zach LaVines and your Aaron Gordon. Yeah, the greatest dunker of all time, and Vince Carter, in my opinion. I just feel like it's Ja, and I'm sure we're forgetting some, but I like Ja's the one that pops out. I know Fox has it in him, but he said he said a while back, he's like, yeah, I'm good. It hurts my hands. So you just get kind of the rinky-dink dunks out of him. That's fine. Everybody was worried about the Wizards to a point. Is this a trap game? Is this going to come up and bite them? It's a random Monday holiday or Sunday evening game. Whatever the excuse was.
Marvin Bagley's return. No, he wasn't.
Oh yeah. Speaking of, not really, but kind of. Speaking of, dude. Zion. That's a pretty good guess, guys. And Jonathan Kuminga too. But yeah. Oh, forgot about Sean Kemp. Okay, I got everybody going. That'll get me. That'll get me
hard to forget Zion.
Yeah, really hard to forget Zion.
Wait, he hardly ever plays.
Yeah, that's the problem. Who's the Wizards coach? I don't know. That
Ryan
guy.
Keith? Yeah.
Yeah. Unshout out to him. Reverse shout out. The game was over fairly, the game was over early in the fourth, right? You can't find 2 minutes for Rashawn Holmes. Yeah. The one guy on the roster that gets a DNP. And the Golden One Center crowd still found a way to make so much noise and give him so much love that not only did he, but his mom, his dad, who we love when he was here, had tweeted out how great it was to be back. And they come here once a year. You're in a blowout. You literally played everyone on the roster. You can't find 2 minutes at the end of the game to sub in Rashawn Holmes and let it. It's just one of those things that doesn't matter in the big scheme. But this is an entertainment business, man. Come on.
Couldn't find minutes for Holmes. Isn't that we used to ask Mike Brown?
Couldn't find minutes for Rashawn Holmes. Yeah. A little bit different, but I don't know. That just kind of rubbed me the wrong way. It's like, dude, okay, even if you don't care about the Golden One Center crowd, I get it.
Yeah.
How about Rashawn Holmes, who I'm sure I've been following him this year? I'm just going to guess. He shows up to work every day as a professional. He works his butt off in practice. He has a great attitude and all that fun stuff. You're in the middle of a God knows how long losing streak. You're 1-17 away from home. You're 6-35 on the season. Maybe give him a little bright spot. Let him feel that ovation. Little tiny bright spot in a sea of poop. And
would he be on your radar at all? I mean, I can't imagine he would cost much. I don't know exactly what role, but he is another big guy.
I mean, I wouldn't hate it based on what they've got right now. I would not hate adding Rashawn Holmes.
Yeah.
It's just on the very same team. I mean, at this point, it's almost like I could also see them going to Kyle Kuzma would not be my pick. But at this point, the Wizards are basically like if you fall through, and this is kind of what I have a feeling. I do think the talk of Cam Johnson is real, and they're going to try to get him. I think ultimately the price might be a little bit too high. Now, whether they pay that price or not, I don't know. John Collins, you would think you could get him, but it's Danny Ainge.
Right.
If it's a third choice and you can't get those two, and you ended up coming away at the trade deadline with, okay, we'll give you Valanciunas, but you have to take Kuzma. Okay. Like, I wouldn't hate that. I'm not high on Kuzma. I really am not. But I will allow for the fact that he's playing on the Wizards, and if he's a guy that you're not relying on, and he's just somebody that can help you either off the bench or give you whatever, and you get Valanciunas in the deal as well. I mean, Kuzma would be the bigger prize, I think most people would say. But honest to God, I'm more excited about Valanciunas as a backup than I am as Kyle Kuzma getting starter minutes. I don't want to see that. but maybe you do two birds with one stone there. I don't know.
Yeah, it's possible.
I don't know. G-Man had a chance to visit with De'Aaron Fox post game. We heard Doug Christie earlier singing De'Aaron's praises. Here's G-Man with Foxy.
De'Aaron's got the headset on. Foxy, you got us okay?
Yeah, I hear you.
Well, it's always good to get wins on the home floor. This is 6 straight now in this building, and the Kings are finally back to 500 on the home floor. It wasn't the prettiest of nights of NBA basketball. Anything in particular stand out to you?
Yeah, I think for a majority of the game, I think it really outside of the fourth quarter, I think we were really good defensively. Them only having 77 points going into the fourth quarter, we were definitely doing something right. And I think once we kind of got to that stretch where we did get the lead to 21-23, we were doing great defensively. But I think at the beginning of that quarter, we weren't doing it, and that's how they kind of stayed in the game a little bit.
I know that this may sound somewhat silly question, but how much danger is there when you face a team that's struggling? They're on the second night of a back-to-back.
Yeah, I mean, people call it a trap game, but I mean, at the end of the day, man, those guys all got here the same way that we do. So you can be beat on any given night in this league, and those are professionals, those are NBA players. So you can't come out here and not bring your best foot forward because any team could beat you.
We thought you had a season high in assists, but they took one away here in the final box. Well, now the final box reflects 13, so you're back in plus territory there. How good is it to deliver on a night when you were struggling to get shots to drop, to be able to set up your teammates effectively?
That was great, man. Just being able to affect the game in different ways. I think I was pretty good defensively tonight as well. So even nights where I'm not putting the ball in the basket, it's hard to be able to just go out there and score the ball like that every single night. But as long as I can do something that's helping my team win the game, then I'm fine.
Well, get a couple of days to get ready for the Warriors. I'm sure you'll be primed and ready to go and looking forward to that one to close out a quick 3-game homestand.
Yes, sir. Appreciate it.
All right. Thanks, De'Aaron.
They were so loud with that beam thing in the background.
Yeah,
relax back there.
Has anybody thought, like, guys, there's multiple interviews being done. Could you maybe light the beam a little bit quieter?
Okay, we're gonna do a little quiet. We're gonna try quiet voice tonight.
I've talked to folks about this. This is zero fault of the Kings or NBC Sports California or anybody. Like, there's no way to do it. But in a perfect world, it would be kind of cool to have like all of it synced up.
Yeah.
I wish there was a way to do like one post game interview where I even thought like, well, wouldn't it be kind of cool to have like a player and then like Mark or Kyle and Katie ask a question and then G-Man asks a question. You kind of like all share the interview like a little mini round table. And then as soon as the player's done, then that player goes over and lights the beam. But you have to have different timings and all that stuff.
A lot of moving parts
because poor G-Man's got to try to do all his interviews. And then in the middle of it, light the beam and all that. Anyways, Kings have won 9 out of 10.
Yeah.
And they get that win over the Wizards. And I don't know what I guess I could look it up. I am curious as to what the odds are going to be tomorrow. But I imagine, let's take a guess. I'm going to say, before I look it up, I'm going to say the Kings will be favored by, I think they'll be favored by 6.5.
Oh, that's my number I had too.
Can you stick to it?
I'm going to.
You're going to stick to it?
Mm-hmm.
Okay. Chris Verlaud. What is he going to say? Who is favored and by how much?
The Kings are favored by 6.5.
That's what I said. That's what Jason was going to say.
So we all three are the same.
According to this, God, is this right? The Sacramento Kings are favored by 2. Interesting. And I don't like it.
Okay.
I don't like that it's that low. Why is it that low?
To be fair, you wouldn't like it no matter what it was. If the Kings were favored by 12.5, you would have a problem with it.
Did you say that on the air?
I did.
I think you have a good point.
If the Warriors are favored by 2, you'd be ticked.
I think you're. Yes, that is true. If the Warriors are favored, I'd be like, "What is this disrespect?" First the power rankings, and now this. All right, when we get back, because we're going to get into who's hot, who's not. We got 4 Down Territory coming up. But ahead of 4 Down Territory, Sean Salisbury was going to be in this spot. He will join us tomorrow. They're having weather issues in Houston.
Man, have you seen what's going on in New Orleans?
No, what?
It's like a blizzard.
A blizzard?
Yeah.
Like a snow blizzard?
Yes.
Rarely
snows. I was there one time when it snowed a few years back when we went from this was the MLS talks, and we went from Manhattan, my wife and I, to New Orleans, and it was 11 degrees colder in New Orleans right around this time of year. It was 11 degrees colder in New Orleans, and it flurried that morning, and dude, everyone's out with their camera. It'd be like if it happened here. Yeah, pretty much around the same time. Woof. All right, we'll take a break. Hopefully everybody's fine from that. When we come back, the big game over the weekend. To most Bills Ravens. We'll break that down and much more next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Ooh, ma. What was that? That is business phone bliss with the Ooma Cloud phone system. It handles all our voice, video, and messaging needs. You sound very calm. I am. Ooma has everything I need to run my business more efficiently, like virtual receptionist, call routing, and video conferencing. And it starts at just $19.95 per month per user, plus taxes and fees. Ooma. Nice. Find your business comm at ooma.com/radio.
When you're in the thick of a project, Harbor Freight is the place that always comes in handy. Whether you're picking up something for your pickup truck or a power tool for your project, at Harbor Freight, your dollar always goes further. And these days, when everything seems to cost more, you can take pride in knowing that you get hardworking tools at hardworking prices. Whatever you do, do it for less at Harbor Freight.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
On Sacktown Sports.
All right, before we get to the matter at hand, we have some sad news in the chat, and I thought it's a good time to have it. Yeah, we have somebody who's no longer with us in the chat. No, not in the real life way. You're a Casual is his screen name. Been here for a couple weeks, and we try. We give a long leash. We do. A few warnings here and there. Hey, but they're just, you got to know how to work the chat. Okay, I've had issues with people in the chat before. MC and I, for example, always, I don't want to pick on him, but he and I always go back and forth. But I know he's a good dude, and I know, I know he means well, and we get on each other's cases, and that's fine. But others, there's lines and whatever. But we generally try to let the discourse be the discourse. Try to stay away from politics as much as possible. If you see things, try to pay attention. You see things going down a road, but we've got our long time. People that are in there pretty much every day that I wish there was a way we had the ability, and I don't know, maybe we do, to give them a little like moderator symbol, or I wish there was a way we could signify who the veterans are in there. Maybe there is, and I just don't know how the hell to do it. And I'm sure Ryan Cota will show up and tell me. But you have my suggestion. We'd love for you to show up on YouTube, on the YouTube chat. You can subscribe, turn on the notifications, come join everybody. The numbers are great. It's great having people in there. But my suggestion would be just watch the chat for a little bit.
Yeah, and learn and see what's going on.
And you'll find that, you've got your goofy set of characters and people like Chris Guerrero who fell on his head a few times, and that's fine. We love them for that. But overall, it is a good group of people that it's almost like a sitcom. Like everyone's kind of got their own thing. And like if MC's the chat daddy and the Zebra's the chat mommy and everyone's kind of in between and camp and fam.
They're all wacky neighbors.
They're all, yeah. And we love them for it. But every once in a while you get somebody that comes in and they're just like, ah, and that was this guy. And you know, takes a while. See, hey, you know, ease back a little bit. Like we had a guy a few months ago we had to let go who just couldn't stop, like just stream of consciousness constantly, and you couldn't chat. It was like, hey, slow down, budget your words, and eventually it just wasn't going to happen. And so you get a guy coming in and he's insulting people and throwing names out there, and it's the same person that I guarantee you is unfortunately listening right now and be like, oh, a bunch of weak you can't take. No, we want you to have a place where you can have a discourse about the show, preferably. But I also know that they're there for 10% of the reasons the show, and the other 90 is for the community, and that's fine. So they're going to have conversations about St. Patrick's Day and the effect of chapstick on the toe. Like that's fine. Sure. But just if you think you're going to come in and just take over and be crazy, you're going to have a limited time. We gave our guy quite a bit of rope, but some people, I'll wrap it up like this. What we had here is failure to communicate. Some people you just can't reach, which is the way he wants it. Well, he gets it, and I don't like it any more than you do. So thoughts and prayers. You're a casual.
Yeah.
Bills, Ravens, Mark Andrews, Lamar Jackson. Oh, by the way, Josh Allen and the Bills. So much of the the aftermath is how the Ravens choked. I think we should start out by saying the Bills won the game and beat the Ravens, and the Ravens are arguably the hottest team in the NFL. They beat them. They beat them fair and square. They didn't cheat. They didn't get a phantom ref call. There wasn't a rule issue. They beat the Ravens fair and square. They deserve to be in the AFC Championship game. Period. New paragraph. Also feels like the Ravens very much could have won that game.
Yes. Yeah, they had their opportunities. They made more mistakes. When you lose by 2, that's what you're going to look back on. Certainly look at the last drop as a factor, but Lamar's pick, Lamar's fumble, Andrews' other fumble, not the drop he also had. So there were opportunities certainly there for the Ravens. We knew it was going to be a big game. We knew that it was going to be close. It played out that way. And we also knew that, you know, the loser of the game was probably going to hear it almost more than the winner is getting praised for winning.
And you're so right in the sense that had that score been reversed, we would be talking all day about Josh Allen.
Well, those numbers you read earlier as a winning quarterback would have been like, can't get it done in the big game, right?
Josh Allen in the win, which, by the way, they won, and they're great numbers if you win. Josh Allen was 16-22 for 127 yards. No touchdowns. He was sacked once. He had 20 yards on the ground. He did have the 2 touchdowns.
Yeah.
And by the way, this is going to completely get forgotten. It was, I think it was 3rd down and 2. 3rd down and goal to go on the 2 for the Bills. This is in the 4th quarter. Might have been 2nd down, but I think it was 3rd down. And was it Romo on the call? Whoever was on the call, maybe it was Tom. I forget who was on the call. It was Romo. And Tony said something, and I couldn't have agreed with him more. Take Josh Allen. If you're the Buffalo Bills and you're on the 2-yard line and it's 3rd down, that's a touchdown. Because all you need to do is push your way into the end zone. And you got a guy, if Jalen Hurts can do it, Josh Allen can do it and has done it. And I want to say, did they pass? Or no, he handed the ball off on 3rd down. And they ended up, I think, getting the field goal. And the Ravens had that opportunity where it was a 1-possession game. And I'm thinking, and I thought of you. So if the Ravens come back and win this game because McDonough decided to screw around with the offense and they lose, all we're going to be talking about today is going to be, as you just said, Josh Allen. And we're going to be talking about 3rd and goal to go on the 2, and you decided to screw around instead of just – that's why you got Josh Allen, dude.
Right.
He's going to get you 2 yards in a cloud of dust, pretty much guaranteed. And if he doesn't do it on one down, he's going to do it on the next down. Line it up, sucker. And he didn't. So Derrick Henry, 16 carries, 84 yards, and a touchdown. It was a fine game for him.
Mm-hmm.
It wasn't a dominant game for him, but even in that second half, you started to see the Ravens seemingly were taking – I mean, they outscored them 15-6 in the second half. They were doing everything they were supposed to do. Their offensive line wears down that defensive line, and they're running all over them.
Yeah, it was happening.
But Lamar Jackson threw a pick after throwing only 5 all year, or 4 all year, and he had the fumble, and then you had the Mark Andrews moves. It was just unforced errors.
Yeah, and when you get to the end like this, I mean, again, who's the better team? Well, Buffalo advanced. I think they play that game 10 times. Is it 5-5? I don't know. It's close. The other thing I thought about just the entirety of the weekend, really more so the Chiefs game was really cold. Yeah. That game had just like frost and just cold all over it.
Yeah.
And then the snow. It's such a weird premise that these guys begin camp in like July and it's sweltering. And when it matters most, like they're like the snow game, like it's part of it. It just doesn't seem right.
You're sneaking into my world, which I get killed for this, dude. I couldn't agree with you more. I think I've always said I would like the playoffs to be a tournament similar to like March Madness, where you rotate almost like a bowl system, where you do nothing but play in either domes or Miami or Tampa or Arizona. I hate, and by the way, we're not saying that about this game. You're not saying that.
Freezing cold.
I just don't want conditions to make the difference. Yeah. I don't want it. I don't want a snow game where it's 12-7 because weather happened to happen. I want, and I know this is not an old head way to think, and I know this is almost anti-traditional football. I want every game to be played where like the Lions game.
Yeah.
Put them all in a dome.
Well, this weekend coming up, it's in Philly and in Kansas City. Based on the weather I'm sure it's going to be brutal.
Absolutely.
Winners go to New Orleans.
Yes. Where, by the way, it's currently snowing.
I know, but inside, it's going to be totally tame, 70 degrees. Yeah. No conditions at all. It's an issue, and it's just, both teams are playing in it, so it's fair. It's just a weird premise.
I'm not. Both teams are playing in it, and it's fair, unless you're a traditional dome or warm weather team, and you have to build your team a certain way, and then you go into Buffalo and it's 8 degrees and people are jumping on tables.
Right.
And I can hear people like my dad right now slapping their forehead saying it's football, the ice bowl, snow. It's part of the game.
I've done this long enough too. Like it's always like wherever Sac State's playing, I'm like, it's perfect football weather. Insert weather, 85, 106, rainy, snowy. It's perfect football. Like everything is. What's bad football weather? Everything's good. It's not good for the fans.
No. I think bad football weather is heavy rain or heavy snow.
Yeah.
I don't think that's good football weather. Yeah. And I know, again,
but there's the ice bowl. People talking about that.
The amount of people listening right now that are 40 or over, they're like, that's real football. Okay, cool. Yeah. So you play 17, 18 games, and then it's decided because it's like in fantasy football when you play the highest scoring team of the week and you have the second high. It's like, okay, well, that's how we decided the season in people's lives because it was snowing. Rad. Sweet. Awesome. We'll take a break. When we come back, 4 down territory takeaways from the or should I say quarterfinal games, if you want to call it that, over the weekend. And we have ourselves a Final Four. We'll get to it next.
The only place you'll find Keegan Murray is Sacktown Sports.
Out to Keegan Murray, straight away for 3, and Keegan knocks down the triple.
Hey, Sacramento, it's Keegan Murray, and you're listening to the home of Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports.
Your local sports leader.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by Folsom Lake Kia.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, out the door to a chilly start. Make sure you've got the layers ready to go. Well, plenty of sunshine for the afternoon, along with lighter winds today. Highs will peak in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
The new year is here. Time for a new car. Coach Christe here urging you to upgrade to a new Kia right now. You might even end up with a lower payment. Go see my friends at Folsom Lake Kia.
Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer lets you easily compare direct rates from different insurance companies, so you can be confident you're getting the right one, even if it's not with Progressive. Way more confident than you were when you bought that TV in the parking lot. It just happened to not come in a box or include a remote. And when you finally managed to turn it on, all it displayed was the menu of Grumpy's Tacos. So use Progressive's Auto Quote Explorer and be confident you're getting insurance that's right for you. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates. Not available in all states or situations. Prices vary based on how you buy.
Okay, I have to tell you, I was just looking on eBay where I go for all kinds of things I love, and there it was.
That hologram trading card. One of the rarest. The last one I needed for my set. Shiny like the
designer handbag of my dreams. One of a kind. eBay had it, and now everyone's asking, ooh, where'd you get your
windshield wipers? eBay has all the parts that fit my car. No more annoying, just beautiful.
Whatever you love, find it on eBay. eBay. Things people love.
Thunder, feel the thunder.
It ignites something inside of you.
Lightning and the thunder.
Sets alight an elevated state of being. Days are pure exhilaration. And the nights, they're simply electric. See it, hear it, feel it.
Thunder, feel the thunder. Lightning and the thunder.
Thunder Valley Casino Resort. Feel the thunder.
Hi, this is Greg Papa. Disasters hit every day. If your home, business, or building has suffered from any disaster, SunPoint Public Adjusters can help. SunPoint prepares, presents, and negotiates your claim with the insurance company, working only for you, making sure you get everything you're entitled to and letting your focus be on what's most important, your family or your business. Call SunPoint today at 888-247-7865 or contact us at sunpoint.us. SunPoint Public Adjusters, the gold standard in public adjusting.
License number 2N14884. Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CR-V, HR-V, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
This 49er injury report is brought to you by Jeremy Winter, attorney at law. He cares because he's been there. After an injury-plagued 2024 season, which ended 6-11 and out of the playoffs, the 49ers will focus on getting healthy in the offseason. Running backs Christian McCaffrey, Jordan Mason, and Isaac Guerrero all suffered season-ending injuries. Left tackle Trent Williams' ankle kept him out late in the year, and Brock Purdy missed the season finale with a hurt elbow. 49ers hope to enter 2025 with a full roster back intact.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
There we go. I've been waiting for it all day from the 916. Well, what do you know? Lamar only had 2 interceptions all year. Then the biggest game of the year, he has 2 turnovers. Classic Lamar Jackson fraud. There's my Lamar hater. Hadn't been here all season.
Yeah, well,
they
just at the right time.
His alarm goes off.
Yeah,
time to
signal
text.
is out.
from the 530. Stick to NBA talk. WTF. A lot of triggering going on with the whole snow talk conversation. You know? That's not real football. You probably put fruit in your beer, idiot.
I would. I don't like beer.
Guy's texting him from getting his truck lifted right now. Just, yeah.
Yeah.
Real men don't blank. One of them's.
Yeah.
One of those people. What do you mean those people? Oh, you know what I mean by those people. 4-down territory starts right meow. Real men don't like cats. Like dogs. Big dogs, not those crappy little French bulldogs you have.
But also not like a Labradoodle.
Yeah, none of them. German shit. Here's acceptable dogs for the NFL and the snow group. German Shepherd, Rots,
2 favorites.
Dobermans, Great Dane, a wolf.
You're missing one.
Pit bull, definitely a pit bull.
No.
Wolf.
Pit bull owners are cool.
Pit bull owners are cool.
Mm-hmm.
That's a broad statement.
Mm-hmm.
I know plenty of pit bull owners that are the opposite of cool.
Name one.
Fred.
Yeah.
Describe him. 4-down territory. First down, please.
What was your takeaway from the Texans-Chiefs game?
That I'm just not going to doubt the Chiefs. I feel like we're going to have this damn conversation all year and playoff, and then we're going to be in after the Super Bowl and like, wow, yeah, they were down 13 and they won by 2 on the thing, and oh my God, I can't believe it. And Taylor Swift and Caitlin Clark were freaking out, and they show them too much on the screen, and Jackson Mahomes is a douche, and it's just rinse and repeat, man. They look, they beat the Texans by 9. They're 16-2, but it just seems like they're so damn vulnerable.
Yeah.
They're the Chiefs, dude. They just win.
And, you know, this team is getting more hype for their defense, understandably so. But kind of when it comes down to it, my takeaway was like, man, there's Mahomes and Kelsey. I mean, that play where Mahomes is basically getting tackled. He's getting tackled. And he's almost to his knee, flings the ball, which most times you're like, no, what are you doing? Oh, those are to Kelsey. Open. Touchdown. Kelsey got left open on another big play. Like, just those two have done it. The defense has done it. Andy Reid has done it. Special teams has done it. They can be beat.
Yes.
But it's not easy. And I thought the Texans did fine. I did not think they would win, but it's just the Bills are going to have to be great, and they can. They can do it. I just go ahead and pick it if you believe it.
And shockingly, you mentioned him. Travis Kelce had 117 yards and a touchdown. He had a 49-yarder, his longest of the year. And, it happened in the playoffs.
But he also could have 2 for 11, and they win. Right? 2 catches for 11 yards. And just, I don't know. They can beat you in so many ways.
You've got the Mahomes-Kelsey duo, which is, that's like your modern, that's your Brady Gronk. Mm-hmm. That's just, you just see it, rinse and repeat, dude. They do it the right way. Although, and again, I'm not of the refs rig everything for the Chiefs. I'm not in that camp.
Not yet.
But they got to do something, dude, about Mahomes and the quarterbacks running and getting hit and all that garbage. They're just.
Some defense players just going to do it. So fine, 15 yards. I'm going to blast him.
But then that's my saying.
I'm going to blast him.
Blast his ass.
Yeah.
I mean, blast him, dude. Right. He wants to pull that crap. Send him into the 4th row.
So give me a flag.
Yeah, 100%.
Yeah.
And
I might have knocked him out of the game.
Right. And I'm not. Look, you don't want to see anybody get injured. I know that's not what you're saying either. But hey, Bills, Chiefs, first quarter. Mahomes tries any of that sideline crap. You know what? Boom.
Yeah.
Big dust up. No problem. But let's set the tone. Try that again, Pat. Yeah. Try it again, Pat. Gonna boom you again, or we won't. But you'll think we might. Second down.
What was your takeaway from the Commander Lions game?
Commander Lion, Esquire. I love what's going on in Washington, and they've got that no one believes in us. And by the way, they are by far the Cinderella.
Mm-hmm.
I just feel, I passed our guy Ron downstairs on the way up. I just feel so bad for Lion fan. I feel so bad for him. And yes, if you're a Packer fan or Bear fan listening, I get it. You're like, I don't care. Screw them. I do, man. They just been through so much garbage. I always try to Kingsify everything. So it'd be like, if we were doing what OKC is doing right now, and then we went out and lost our first round or, the equivalent, our second round series on our home floor, just know the pain they're going through. And like I said, I was rooting for the Bills and Lions in the Super Bowl. That dream has died.
I think about Lions fans the year they had a year ago. Everything was tremendous, right? So exciting, so new, refreshing, loving it. Heartbreak, certainly, to lose to the Niners the way they did. But I'm sure every Lions fan was like, you know what? Next year. And the next year happens, and they were great.
They were amazing.
And they're, okay, home field, 1 seed. We got every opportunity, and you lose. And you just go, sure, at some point you'll think about next year again. But it's like, man, it was all lined up for them. And it's just, those are tough years to lose. I mean, it's not given to you. They know that. The Commanders, by the way, what a story and what Daniels did. But I feel for the Lions. I really do. And their fans.
And now we're going to have either the Commanders or the Eagles in the Super Bowl.
Yep.
That's going to.
And the only Super Bowl that we've had before would be what? Bills, Commanders? Yeah.
Yeah, that's right. There we go.
Something new, likely.
Hopefully. Third down.
What was your takeaway from the Rams-Eagles game?
Great year for the Rams. They have every reason to be proud of what they did. The Eagles have that look. Like, they just have that look where no one's really, I'm not saying nobody's talking about the Eagles, but everyone's focusing on Bills, Chiefs. Well, Eagles are just winning. They figured out whatever they had to figure out from last year. Saquon Barkley was the perfect addition, and they're just running through people, dude.
Yeah.
They're not spectacular. They're not blowing people away. They're just winning games in a very Chief-like way. I'm not talking about, the style. I'm just talking about the workman-like wins. And look, if the Commanders beat them, fair play, but I've got Philly going to the Super Bowl. That's the one game I don't have an issue picking. And I don't know what the line is, but my guess is it's going to be Philly 5.5, 6.5.
Yeah, a couple things for me from that game. One, back to the weather. I don't know what it would have been in normal. Maybe the Eagles win easier. I don't know. Rams, heck of a comeback, almost pulling off the comeback win there. The other part is sometimes we don't get great players that get to play for another team. Saquon Barkley has had a new lease on life because he was always a good running back. There were a couple of years where he was injured, and yeah, he's good. Like this year, think about even fantasy. Like he was just kind of a little bit lower than he probably should have been, and then he just had an amazing year. He had an amazing game. Looks like he's having a blast. I love when guys get that opportunity and are thriving in the big moments like he did.
Fourth down.
What was your takeaway from the Ravens-Bills game?
I don't feel as bad for Raven fan as I do for Lion fan. I do feel bad for Lamar Jackson, but our texter aside who loves to hate on Lamar Jackson, hey, dude, once again, you couldn't make mistakes in that game. You made big mistakes. Mark Andrews made big mistakes. The Bills didn't make mistakes other than that 3rd and 2 we were talking about. You can't do that against teams like the Bills. I think the Ravens very easily could have won that game. I think the Ravens might be, like you said, if they played a 10-game series, I think the Ravens probably win at least 6. I think. But that doesn't count. Doesn't matter. Bills won fair and square. They're the better team, and they are the biggest threat, I think, perhaps in the NFL to the Kansas City Chiefs.
Yeah, my takeaway, too, is not a surprise. We thought the loser would be hearing more of the noise. The other part is it just reaffirms what we thought beforehand. Mahomes, Allen, and Jackson are all great. They can't all get out of the AFC, and it's just now Jackson's out. Well, Mahomes or Allen's going to be out next, and it's a gauntlet. That division's tough. They got great quarterbacks, and those are 3 of them. There's even more in the conference, and it's going to be a logjam for years in that AFC trying to get through that. It's brutal.
We'll take a break. When we come back, who's hot, who's not. We'll recap 3 in the key for the Kings and the Wizards. We'll do all that next.
On the move? Got somewhere to be?
Take Sacramento Kings basketball with you. The Sacktown Sports app will let you stay connected to your passion. Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with the Sacktown Sports app.
Coach Doug Christie here for your truck headquarters, reminding you that every deal at Folsom Lake Ford is a slam dunk. Shop all your favorite models on sale now, including America's best-selling truck for over 47 years, Ford F-Series, plus a huge selection of Broncos, Bronco Sports, and all of Ford's award-winning SUVs at FolsomLakeFord.com. Listen, I know a great play when I see one. And if you want to save on a new Ford, you got to drive the lane straight to Folsom Lake Ford in the Folsom Auto Mall. Right now, buy any new Ford with zero down on approval of credit. Save big with low interest financing, and Folsom Lake Ford always pays top dollar for your trade. So hurry to Folsom Lake Ford, a 6-time Triple Crown winner for sales and service excellence. That's why they're my trusted dealer, and they should be yours too. Tell them Coach Doug Christie sent you, or shop them online at FolsomLakeFord.com.
Finally, an easy way to find home improvement contractors. Just visit subcontractorsunited.com and simplify your search for home services professionals. From cabinets to windows, roofing to plumbing, Subcontractors United is an easy, simple way to find and hire a home improvement contractor. And you never have to give up personal information. So no harassing phone calls like you get from those other websites. Subcontractorsunited.com is sponsored by D&D Cabinets and Savage Design.
It's a myth to think you don't play golf well enough to get fitted for golf clubs. The professionals at the Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio would argue that playing the game with golf clubs properly fitted to your body and swing characteristics is the best way to improve your game and have more fun on the golf course. With a professional staff of fitters, all the major brands of equipment, and cutting-edge technology featuring TrackMan, the indoor-outdoor Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio is worth a look. See for yourself, Fulton Avenue at the Cap City Freeway. Schedule your fitting at 916-808-2531, 808-2531.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
I remember as if it were yesterday. I reached down to move a nightstand and was astonished at the weight of the piece. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. At that moment, I instantly recognized the difference between Naturewood's quality furniture that will last a lifetime versus lesser quality furniture found elsewhere. Now, I suppose there's a huge difference in what you'd put in your first apartment and what you would live with in the comfort of your own home. Right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings Made in USA sale is a great time to fill your home with solid, superior quality furniture to reflect your own love for life. With brands like Stanton, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and many more, Naturewood Home Furnishings has tables, chairs, couches, and, yes, nightstands, and more at their Made in USA sale. Find furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Make a smarter resolution this year. Grab the keys to a new Toyota Hybrid and turn everyday drives into exciting adventures. Now is the time to shop great deals. Choose between 16 Toyota Hybrid models from the longest-lasting brand on the road. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Go further with more MPG in a new Toyota Hybrid.
Grab the keys, come on, let's go.
Toyota, let's go places.
What's hot and what's not. Brought to you by American Energy Heat and Air, making the uncomfortable comfortable. Head to AmericanEnergyAir.com to find out more.
What's hot?
Yeah, hot. Real hot.
And what's not? It's not good.
Brought to you by American Energy Heating and Air, Sacramento's complete heating and cooling company, and second opinion partner.
Who's hot?
I mean, it would be easy to say Manchester City scoring 6 goals against Ipswich Town and Foden scoring 2 goals and an assist in the first half. It would be very easy. I'm not going to do that.
No, why don't you focus instead on the team with the longest unbeaten streak in the entire EFL. That's Premier League, that's Championship, that's League One, that's League Two. Who could that? Oh, that's the hockey jersey I'm wearing right now. That's Huddersfield Town.
They're not hot.
Unbeaten since October. Foist. Can City say that? No.
How? Where? Oh, because they had that super early FA Cup game that they lost.
Whatever, please. You guys are playing mighty Ipswich Town.
You want to talk about the mighty teams in your league?
Yes. Hey, we got Bolton this weekend.
Whoa.
Tom Brady and Birmingham on both.
Yeah.
Tom Brady and Birmingham on Tuesday, coming to the John Smiths, and then Northampton on Saturday. Look out for Northampton. You know what they say about Northampton?
They're the opposite of Southampton.
That's correct.
Southampton.
Back to you.
But who's hot? Isaac Jones.
Isaac Jones.
In the Stockton Kings 125-121 win over the Santa Cruz Warriors, Jones scored 42 points, going 17 of 24 from the field, a perfect 6 from 6 of the line. Also had 5 rebounds, an assist, and a block.
Way to go.
Hey.
Nice job.
Great job.
Good effort.
Who's not there?
There we go. The Los Angeles Rams are not hot. Saquon Barkley became the first player in NFL history with 4 rushing touchdowns of 60 or more yards against a single opponent in their entire career. Barkley scored 4 or more touchdowns of 60 yards or more against the Rams this season.
You know, it's a super fun bit to do. Who's the running back again you were talking about?
Saquon Barkley.
Quan Barkley.
That is a fun thing to do.
Just anytime anyone says it. Hey, did you hear about Saquon Barkley? Quan Barkley. Why aren't we fired ever? Why are we still on the air? I don't know. Let's recap 3 of the Kings Wizards.
The Sacramento.
Nope. Again, why are we on the air? Why do any of us have jobs?
I hate when it just skips this.
Who's not? Chris Rillard. Quan Barkley. All right. John Tesh, Trace in the key.
All right. We asked the total points for the Kings starters in that game against the Kings and between the Kings and the Wizards.
Yeah, we did.
Dave, you said 90.
I did.
I said 96. Chris said 88. We got a correct answer.
We do.
Carmichael Dave.
Yeah, 90. We do.
You knew the starting 5 would score 90 points.
You. Quan Barkley.
Quan Barkley. We asked for the fourth quarter score, just the score of the fourth quarter.
Yeah.
Dave, you said 26-19 Kings. I said 31-26 Kings. Chris said 27-18 Kings. It was 33-23 Kings.
Oh, that was very much a Jason Ross win.
Lastly,
come on, Chris.
We asked.
You have a win, I have a win.
Yeah.
It's Chris' turn.
Let's see here. Hang on. Let me do some quick math because math will be important in this one.
Math will be important.
Get to
Saquon. Who else has a say name? Say you, say me, say.
No.
Say no. That's Sade. Remember Smooth Operator?
Yeah.
Oh, sure.
Yeah, everyone calls her Sade.
Everyone calls her Sade.
Hang on a second. That was the other day. I think she was in birthdays. We never got to her.
Oh, she was?
Yeah. Okay, Dave, I
40.
predict your random number. No, way older.
Way older.
Yeah.
57.
Okay, am I gonna
Okay, honest to God. Okay, Sade. And always, you have to
Sade.
That's why they say it. No, I've gone down the rabbit hole on this.
Sade.
There's like an R in there, and it's Sade, but people pronounce it Sade. I hear you do, but I'm telling you, go listen to somebody say your name. It's Sade. There's like a weird R in there. Unless it's like how Mike Francesa says gorilla. Like if it's an accent thing, because I hear Sade. I'm going to say...
I've heard Sade.
Well, yeah, that's what everybody's Sade. I've heard Sade. Sade.
Didn't you do that the other day?
I did. I'm going to say Sade is 68.
66.
We have a correct answer. Christopher Lod, 66.
Hey, Chris.
You guys did great.
Well, he's the king of the Sades.
Yeah. So your prediction, your random stats, I think you predicted, you said Kyle Kuzma would shoot below 30% beyond the arc. Well, 1 of 7 is 14%. So you got that one right.
Boom.
I went very specific. I said DeMar DeRozan needed 14 points to pass Allen Iverson for 29th all-time. He would do it on a third-quarter free throw. Well, he did it on the jumper to close the first half. Idiot. That was way off. And then Chris said Malik Monk would have a double-double. Malik had 23 points and 4 assists.
Oh.
So no double-double.
No double-double. No double-double.
But our predictions overall were pretty good. Good work. We'll have another one tomorrow for the Warriors. You know they play the Warriors tomorrow?
They do play the Warriors for
Don't you love when they beat the Warriors?
I absolutely love it. I am a huge fan of when they beat. And that, honestly, Warriors may be my favorite team for them to beat.
Yeah, when they beat them earlier this year, beat them badly.
Yeah.
Remember that was the game where Steve Kerr kept going flop.
Yeah,
I'm like,
and Keon Ellis was bleeding from the mouth.
Like, what did you see here, Kerr?
Yeah, what did you see, Kerr?
We still have 4 rings.
Can you help me with something? How do you pronounce the name of the singer?
In American English, her first name is usually pronounced as Sade. Sade.
But?
Sade. In British English, it's also pronounced as Sade.
Sade.
What about other languages?
What does it mean?
I don't care. Idiot. Well, why did I think it said there was an R in there? I don't make those mistakes often.
Yeah, it came as quite the shock to me that you'd be wrong about that.
I feel like you're being facetious.
Me?
When you say that. Because I had a Sade. See that? We'll take a break when we come back. Let's get some more post-game reaction to the Kings beating the Wizards. We've got some sound for you. We'll look ahead to the week. New York Knicks on Saturday. You know they're playing on the road, Jason. You know they're playing at Madison Square Garden. And I'll tell you what people say that are in the know. They say Madison Square Garden is the mecca of basketball.
I have not heard
They
that.
say that, and we'll talk about all that. We'll talk about all that right after this.
The Sacramento Kings play here.
He's got the triple. Sacramento takes the lead.
Get your Kings fix all season long right here on your home of the Sacramento Kings, Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Saving for retirement was tough enough for us.
Yes, and navigating markets can be challenging at times.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we take a disciplined approach with your investments.
Tell us more about that.
We take an active approach to money management, positioning your portfolio for opportunities we see ahead.
So all your clients get the same portfolio?
No, we tailor your portfolio to your individual goals and needs.
What about communication? We don't like being left in the dark.
We check in regularly to keep you informed on the markets and your portfolio.
Which means you'll help us stay on track.
Yes, our goal is your comfortable retirement. And as a fiduciary, we always put your interest first, because we do better when you do better. At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
This year, resolve to save on the all-new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. With $8,000 off MSRP after rebates on over 30 new half-ton Silverado LT and RST. After rebates. And Maida Chevy has one of the largest selections of new 2025 Silverados in the Sacramento area. $8,000 off new 2025 Silverado at Maida Chevy. Now that's big. Huge. See them all at MaidaChevy.com. Together, let's drive.
Not available with special financing, lease, and some other offers based on 2011 or newer Chevrolet.
Shop can't miss deals going on now during Pro Savings Days at Lowe's. For a limited time, get a free adjustable stand when you buy a DeWalt 12-inch miter saw. That's a $229 value. Plus, save $680 on a Midea 4-piece kitchen appliance suite. Now just $17.96. Lowe's knows savings. Lowe's knows pros. Valid 113 through 124. Cannot be combined with additional discounts while supplies last. See store or Lowe's.com for more details and qualifying items.
Flex Premium Athleisure is softness that plays hard. From the couch to the gym to the office and beyond, Flex gives you premium comfort and style that keeps up with anything without costing everything. Whether you're chasing the ball or chasing the kids, life's a workout. Flex with it. Exclusively at Kohl's. Some exclusions apply. See store or kohls.com for details.
We just want to have enough money for retirement.
And travel to visit our grandchildren.
I understand. That's why at Fisher Investments, we start by getting to know each other so I can learn about your family, lifestyle, goals, and needs, allowing us to tailor your portfolio.
What about commission-based products?
We don't sell those. We're a fiduciary, obligated to act in your best interest.
So how do your management fees work?
We have a simple management fee based on the value of your portfolio, so we do better when you do better.
We appreciate that kind of transparency.
We also check in with you regularly to keep you up to date on the markets and your portfolio.
What other services do you offer?
As a client, you have access to resources on investing, financial planning, estate planning, Social Security, Medicare, and more.
Wow, it sounds like Fisher Investments has everything we need.
At Fisher Investments, we're clearly different. Learn more at FisherInvestments.com.
Investing in securities involves the risk of loss.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find: happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
All guests come to you from the Folsom Lake Honda hotline. Folsom Lake Honda, your one-stop Honda shop.
KHD1 Sacramento, KYMX HD3 Sacramento. From the Power Business Technology Toshiba Studios.
This is Sacktown Sports 1140. The Carmichael Dave Show.
He's on the microphone when he's not on the microphone. He's playing a song, and when he's not playing a song, he's on the microphone. And then boom,
with Jason Ross.
No, he didn't. Yes, he did.
Call or text at 916-339-1140.
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross on Sacktown Sports.
According to E! Shardae's name is often mispronounced, and that it is pronounced Shardae. When you follow the link, the article states that on her IMDb page, it says Shardae is the proper pronunciation. So I followed the link to a YouTube video of Shardae saying her name, which sounds mostly like Sade, but how British people added an R. And it turns out, guys, that there was an early misprint on a promotional poster that included an R between the A and the D, thus leading to Sade's name being popularly mispronounced as Shardae, and it's almost its own little. There's actually literally a Reddit subforum on the proper pronunciation of her name. So I think it's a combination of the promotional poster having an R in it, and also how English people sometimes add R's into that part of their pronunciation. So I give it Sade, but it's a thing. I didn't.
That is a lot of words to say you're wrong.
No. Also, I've been stepping on something all day in my shoe. And I don't know what it is, but it's really pissing me off.
That missing R.
There it is.
Kings beat the Wizards. You're a wizard, Harry. Washington sucks.
I know you like Harry Potter.
I heard you say they were really young earlier in the Kings Rewind. Are they really young?
Yeah.
I don't know. Yeah.
They were, at one point this year, they started 2 19-year-olds and a 20-year-old.
They were children, Jake. Weak little children. One conk on the head was all it took.
And like when you look at their roster, I mean, I know they got Alex Sarr in the draft.
Yeah.
But I look at their roster, I'm like, God, not only are they terrible, but there's not a lot of Doesn't look like there's a lot to build on there.
No, and the veterans that they do have, with the exception, I think, of Valanciunas, like Kuzma looked checked out to me. Jordan Poole's just throwing up shots.
Yeah.
It's a team that's like, they feel far away.
They really, I mean, even Koulibaly, they got 7th a couple years ago.
Yeah, he's like 19 or 20. Yeah.
And by the way, Carlton Carrington, that's a Fresh Prince character.
Yes.
That's not a real guy, but I mean, they've got all these young. Well, I think what everybody's hoping is they look at a team like the Pistons this year and they go, that's who we want to be.
Right. We're
just going to gather a bunch of young talent, and eventually, Cade Cunningham's having a great year. God, Malcolm Brogdon shockingly isn't playing. I'm not questioning Malcolm Brogdon's abilities or what, but he's 32. He's been in the league in a long time. I'm guessing he's just kind of like, yeah, I'll play. He's played 18 games this year.
Yeah, it was Brogdon, Bagley, and Sadiq Bey were in it. I mean, Bey tore his knee, but yeah.
What is not that I need to,
Marvin's?
Yeah.
I don't know.
Imagine when was the last time Marvin Bagley got introduced at Golden Ones?
I was saying that. I think I said that. Has Marvin been back? And then G-Man brought it. He's like, yeah, he was. He goes, and he got booed every time he touched the ball. I went, oh, really?
That's unfortunate.
Yeah.
I get it.
I know.
Also, on that note, too, I've been seeing, I'm kind of split on this. I've been seeing the ads the Kings are doing for Vlade Divac's bobblehead day.
Mm-hmm.
Okay, full stop. Vlade Divac should have a bobblehead day. He's a legend. He's a Kings legend. He's one of the core all-time Kings. Also, I don't know how that's going to go. I see him. I saw him when I was at the Miami game. He was there.
Yeah.
He's still here all the time. He
Yeah.
still loves, I know you and I have, but as a fan base, is Vlade Maloof adjacent now? Nowhere near the vitriol towards the Maloof, of course,
know.
but
he's just nowhere near that for me.
Right,
So it's hard for me to
me.
even speak. I don't no, I can't say I don't understand that, but I don't feel that way.
I would say yes for younger fans.
That's fair.
30s and younger.
That's fair for those that weren't here when he played. Can we just say Vlade Divac was given the opportunity to be the general manager for his Sacramento Kings in his adopted hometown, and he took it at a time when the Kings were in a lot of trouble, and their current best player, arguably, is a guy that Vlade drafted. Yes, the Suns let him slip, but who cares? If you draft, you draft. And they wouldn't have DeMar DeRozan if Vlade hadn't traded Justin Jackson for Harrison Barnes. I'm really trying here. And he completely flailed on Marvin Bagley. One of the all-time flails, and he paid for it with his job. Yet he still comes back after being fired as a disgraced GM that missed on Bagley and roots for the team and loves the city. Oh, and he's a great human. Can't we just leave it at that? He tried his best. His heart was in the right place. He did everything he could. And for things that were both in and out of his control, it failed, and we still love him.
Yeah, I remember when he came back as a Laker. He started as a Laker, but came back as a Laker after the great run here, and this was still so fresh. This was 2005-ish, 6-ish, I don't know, something like that. And when he came back as a Laker, I mean, people cheered him. I went, wow, they just love Vlade. And now that's what I remember more so than even, I guess, to Chris's point, I guess the younger fans feel differently.
And I guess I kind of get that. If you're younger, and you didn't go through all that stuff with Vlade, but and I know there's people out there that go, Vlade Divac is responsible for 2 of the top 5 low moments in Kings history, not drafting Marvin Bagley and the tip to Robert Horry. It's really? Well, okay. Well, your current head coach, who is completely beloved and should be, he didn't exactly kill it in Game 6 either. So let's hold that against him. Come on.
Bringing that up.
You know what I mean, dude? I'm saying if you're going to be mad at Vlade for the tip, that would be just as asinine as being mad at Doug Christie for sucking at threes in Game 6 or something. Dude, they all had a terrible game, and they'd be the first people to tell you. But I think intent means a lot.
Right.
I think the human being means a lot. Anyways, Kings post game, Doug Christie talking about DeMar DeRozan, big milestone for him. passing Allen Iverson in all-time scoring. Hey.
Congratulations to DeMar for getting 29th all-time in the NBA in scoring. That is that's special. If you pass Allen Iverson in anything, you're doing something. So to my man, much respect. DeMar is what a pro is all about. This was a professional win, I thought, and that's kind of how I address a team before the game, is just the ability to be a pro and handle your business. You go out, and as I talked to you guys before the game, it's faceless. It's about you. It's about your process of play to play, night to night, and being about your business. And to those guys in that locker room, I say massive respect.
I don't know why he got me doing that, but while I was listening to Doug talk, we're getting ready to hear about Keon next, and I was looking at the box score, and it gives me no pleasure to do this from a very personal and biased standpoint towards the human. Kevin Huerter is like borderline unplayable right now. I think he's really, really not good right now. I would hate to see him leave because I like the guy so much, but like that dude needs a new environment. It's just, and I don't think he's tanking it. Right. I don't think he's not trying. I think he's a pro's pro. I think he comes to work every day, from all we hear, with a great attitude and busts his ass. I think it's just in his head. It's in his head, man. He was 1 of 6 in 9 minutes. And when you look at the bigger picture, because everybody can have a bad game, and I understand he does some stuff that, you don't show up on I get it. But like, dude, he's averaging 27% this month from beyond the arc.
Yeah. And that's the skill set. That's the part of the weaponry you want, right?
That is, man. And he, to his credit, he did average 36% in December, but he also averaged 23% the month before. Like, it's just the big picture. I'm sure it's a coincidence, I would imagine, but it just seems like the Kevin Huerter we knew pre 3-point contest never has really shown up for a long period of time since.
Yeah, and we always talk about there is a human element to this.
Yeah.
I think, I feel like Kings fans, maybe myself, a lot of people have been trading Kevin Huerter for about a year. How do you deal? And he reads it, he sees it, or people tell him about it. He knows he's one of the people that are vulnerable to make it through the trade deadline. I don't know what his intentions are. I don't think he's unhappy here. I'm sure he, like anybody, would like to play more. So if he gets another opportunity, that would be great. But if he stays here, he would like to play better. I know that.
Yeah.
And I'm sure Washington is a team that, hey, look, there's a potential I could be a Wizard, and that's the team he just played against. He wasn't very stellar. So, when people talk about showcasing, like, if Kuzma was a candidate, I thought he was awful in that particular game. I know he's better than that, just like I know Huerter's better than this.
He's a career 30. Even with this year, he's shooting 30%.
Yeah.
And last year at 36, he's still a career 37.5% 3-point shooter on a lot of volume.
Yeah. So, you just know, like, part of that has to hit you from when you were a starter to thriving to playing some of your best basketball. You're still on the same team in the same city.
Yeah.
And you're not playing as well. You're not playing as much. And people talk about trading you all the time. The human element, again, put yourself in that spot as a worker out there going, man, a lot of people that watch this company think I need to be gone.
Yeah, if we were coming to work every day and everyone was like, God, they just signed them to this long deal.
Yeah.
And they're ready
to trade them first
for
anything
at all. 2nd round pick.
Yeah, throw him in there. And like, oh man.
Career lows for Kevin Huerter in minutes, field goal percentage. Well, excuse me, it was 41.3 his second year. He's at 41.9. 3-point percentage. He's having a career low right now by over 6%.
Yeah, and he's a little bit of a victim of the roster imbalance, right? Where the strength is the backcourt. So if they had somehow didn't draft Carter or did some other trade in the preseason or didn't re-sign Malik, I think there are more minutes for him, but that's not the case. These other guys are playing better than him. I mean, that's the facts.
Dwayne says on the chat as we go to break, do you worry about Kevin Huerter becoming another Dante DiVincenzo? A little bit. I'm not going to lie. I think that Kevin Huerter, when we trade him, it could very much be a case where
he can play. It's just an opportunity.
It's just not happening here. And I was very quietly, we never talked about it. I was really hoping the Doug Christie change might do something, and who knows? Yeah. I want the guy to succeed so bad. It just doesn't look like it's going to be here, man.
Yeah.
We'll take a break when we come back. Quick 1 minute break here. Jason did the research. The Kings have done damage since they started this streak back on December 29th, but how much damage per team in the West? We got the numbers for you next.
Trying to find out where to catch your favorite team's games?
Are you a fan of the Kings, Niners, and the NFL? Well, Sacktown Sports has you covered.
Touchdown! San Francisco! It's all on his shoulders. Cox rocks. He fires for the win. He's got the triple.
Catch all your Kings, Niners, and NFL games all year long on Sacktown Sports and SacktownSports.com.
Hi, I'm Justin Gingery. One of the most common questions I receive is what makes us different from other law firms. At Gingery, Hammer & Associates, we handle your case from beginning to end. Whether your case reaches a settlement, whether we need to file suit, or even take it all the way to trial. We will be with you along the entire way, and because we are committed to you and your case, we are as invested as you are in making sure you get the outcome you deserve. If you have an injury, just call Gingery.
Celebrate the new year in style with a new Honda from Stockton Honda. Whether you're shopping new or pre-owned, Stockton Honda has the selection and savings. With over 500 new Hondas in stock and ready to go, now is the time to save on your favorite Honda in person or online. CRV, HRV, Pilot, Accord, Civic, and Ridgeline. It's a new year with endless possibilities. Get the deals that make it easy to say yes at Stockton Honda.
Anytime, anywhere, it's all here. StocktonHonda.com.
Waking you up with the best in local sports.
They just make it interesting, you know?
It's the Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross
on Sacktown Sports.
I think I would have gotten one of these. Let's see how you guys do. Players with multiple 45-point games this season. There's 4. I just want to see if you guys can get
Giannis.
Giannis Antetokounmpo, no.
Luka.
Nope.
Joker.
1.
Tatum.
SGA.
2.
So there's 4?
There's 4.
We got SGA and Joker.
Mm-hmm.
Fox.
I was going to say, that's the one I thought you were going to get first.
Oh, yeah.
That's the only one I knew.
Towns?
No.
Oh, Brunson.
Nope.
Oh.
I could give you the whole.
Wait. Oh, really?
I mean,
Conference?
I'll give you 4 guesses. I will give you 5 questions, and I don't think you'll. Well, I'll give you 3 questions. I don't think you'll get it. Okay, conference, is that one of your questions? West.
A top 10 team?
Nope.
Okay.
Absolutely not, and that's a hint.
All right, I'm between two teams, but who am I forgetting on?
I mean, I'll tell you 2 things.
Clarkson?
Nope.
Wrong team?
Wrong team.
Simons?
Nope.
Right team?
Nope. I will say this.
Wembanyama?
Number 1, no. It's super random. Number 2.
Oh, CJ.
It's a guy you could think.
CJ
oh, yeah, I could see that.
Yeah.
CJ McCollum, De'Aaron Fox, Nikola Jokic, Shai Gilgeous-Alexander.
Wow.
Yeah. How about that? Jason, you did some work.
Yes.
You went and
Finally.
you did some, about time. I saw this on Twitter. Glad you brought it over. Games gained since this streak started after the Laker game.
Yeah, because sometimes why it made me do this was when I saw the standings. I'm like, I remember when the Kings were playing Dallas, so they had lost that stretch. This was what started the streak of 9 of 10. I go, man, they're 7 back of Dallas.
Yeah.
7.
Yeah.
And then when I saw the standings yesterday, I go, oh my gosh. So it's time to do some research.
Well, I'll tell you one thing that I took from that is OKC's really good.
Yes.
That's the one team in the West they have gained 0 on.
And Denver's on a little bit of a heater too.
Yeah, they've gained 1 game on Denver. The big one, as you just alluded to, they've gained 6.5 games on the Mavs. They've gained 6 on the Spurs. We don't care about the Pelicans, Blazers, Jazz, but just so you know, 6.5 on the Blazers, 6.5 on the Jazz, just 3 on the Pelicans. Wow,
they've gotten a little bit hot lately.
But when you look at the teams directly surrounding,
and remember, they were 12th too to start this.
The Kings were?
Yeah.
Yeah, they are now a sole possession of 8, so they've moved up 4 spots. They gained 6.5 on the Mavs. They're a half game behind them now as far as overall seeding. They've gained 4.5 on the Timberwolves, 3.5 on the Suns, 4.5 on the Warriors. We mentioned 6 on the Spurs, just 1 on the Nuggets, but 3.5 on the Grizz, 2.5 on the Rockets. That is so basically,
and 3 and 4. What on the Lakers and Clippers
on the Clippers and Lakers? Yeah. Excuse me. So basically, what that tells me is that if they can just do this same thing over the next,
they'll be fine.
They will. If they had this same exact jump over the next whatever it is, 2.5 weeks. Let's see here. They would, because they are currently 2 back of the Clippers and 1 back of the Lakers. Well, they gained 4 and 3, so they'd be ahead of them. They'd still be behind the Nuggets. Let's see, would they'd be 2 back of the Grizz, but they'd sure as hell be right there fighting for that 4 seed. My goodness.
Right.
Let's go. And
it's also fragile though, right? The team gets on a heater behind them, like could easily pass them. But I think it shows in the past when the phrasing has been, man, the West is so tough. I'm not saying it's not tough. It's just different. I think that top 3 to 4 has separated themselves, but 5 through, well, really 12, let's say 11, 12, like Spurs have fallen a little bit. It's open. I mean, it's up for grabs. And if you kind of take care of your business, I think the Kings will be just fine. But before they needed help, now they've had help and they've done it themselves. They can kind of control their own way here.
Well, and kind of what we talked about earlier, Jason. Yeah, they're sitting here on this nice, fun streak, but Dallas, playoff team, Memphis, playoff team, Golden State fighting for a play-in, Miami in the play-in, Boston defending champions. The loss to Milwaukee, playoff team, the win over Houston, they're the 2 seed. So you've got out of these last 10 games or whatever, what did we just say? 6 or 7 are either in or fighting for the playoffs, including Boston. That's you beat the number 1 seed in the East and the number 2 seed, the number 2 seed in both conferences,
right?
In this streak. So now, let's look at what's coming up. Obviously, with the road trip, you got the one more home game against Golden State, and they just beat them by 30 on the road. Doesn't mean anything, but still, at Denver, at New York, that's a roughy toughie. If they get a split out of that, I'd be ecstatic, but that is rough acting tonight. Nice to have Brooklyn and Philly kind of in the middle. I would hope those, let's see. Philly isn't Washington, and they go see old friend Jordy Fernandez. Also, wait, didn't Brooklyn? Yeah, Brooklyn beat us here. Or no, Brooklyn beat us here, 108-103 on November 24th. Revenge game. Then you've got Minnesota. They're capable of winning that game.
Yeah, it's weird. They've lost to them twice, beat them there though, and they're going back there, obviously, as you said.
And then here's what gets interesting, Jason. I'm gonna skip through a little bit the All-Star break because they come back and they get Orlando, but they get Orlando at home. Then you go to Portland. Then you host New Orleans. You go to Dallas. Then at New Orleans.
Yeah, I think that New Orleans timing, by the way, is not great. Like that team's playing much better now.
Yeah, no, I agree.
Whatever, it's part of it.
At New Orleans, home Golden State again, home Charlotte, at Utah. So that's a stretch when they get back that I believe, because I sure as hell ain't predicting what's gonna happen. I would just simply say this. If the Kings can play around the level they've been playing, just maintain what you're doing right now, that's 9 games, they should be 7-2.
Wow.
That's it. That's
another incredible stretch if they do that.
I believe that on that stretch, they should beat Orlando at home. I don't think it'll be easy. Orlando's a much better team. They got Banchero back, but I think they'll be favored. I think they'll be favored in Portland. I know they will be. They'll definitely be favored at home against New Orleans. That's 3-0. Dallas will be favored. Let's call that a loss. I think they'll be favored at New Orleans for both. That's 5. They'll be favored at home against Golden State. That's 6. Favored at home against Charlotte. That's 7. Favored in Utah. That's 8. I think they'll be favored in 8 of those 9 matchups. Now, I'm not saying they're going to go 8-1 or even 7-2, but I'm saying the way they're playing.
Yeah.
Now, Kings fans and their PTSD, rightly so, hear me say this, go, great, Dave, they're going to go 2-7. I hear you.
Mm-hmm.
But what an interesting place we are right now where we look at that stretch and we go, oh, God, they're going to be favored in probably 7 of those 8 matchups.
Well, and that's what this winning lately here has done, and the way they've executed, the way they've won close games, the way they've had blowouts. It's all adding up to obviously wins, but more confidence, I think, in people in this team. And I like where they are. They dug themselves quite. When they were 13-19, I was like, man, are they even going to get to 500 again? Well, now here they are. I think for the 5th time. Yeah, it's the 5th time this season they've made it to 2 games above. They've not made it to 3 yet. So if they could beat the Warriors, that would be a season best, and they would just keep this thing rolling. Obviously, it would hurt the Warriors, and just keep themselves moving up the standings.
Well, that's the thing. You got to take it in segments.
Yeah.
So we just went over the next 16 games basically for them. By the way, Jason, the 10 after that 16, you better get right. You better keep getting right, dude, in these 16, because starting March 1st, you need to put your athletic supporter on, grab a sword and a shield. At Houston, that'll be their first game in Houston after beating them twice. They're going to be pissed. At Dallas, at Denver, home San Antonio, but, at Clippers, home Knicks, at Warriors, at Suns, home Memphis, home Cleveland.
Wow. Yeah. And last year, what was it? New Orleans and Houston that kind of did the Kings in 0-9. Right now, it's L.A. 0-4 on the Lakers, 0-2 on the Clippers. That's 6 of their losses right now.
Okay, I'm going to refrain from saying like the normal bad stuff I would say about LA right now because I kind of feel for what's happening, obviously. But sports-wise, screw you, LA. Sports hate, not real life hate.
Yeah,
I do feel
bad.
Hey,
you see the Dodgers just signed someone else again?
Dude, I'm getting real tired of saying this. I don't blame the Dodgers. I don't.
Yeah.
Hat tip to the Dodgers.
Scam the system.
So if you're a Dodger fan hearing me right now, don't be like, cry harder, because, dude, I'm with you. Like, good for you. But anyone who looks at that and doesn't go, oh, there's something wrong here, seriously wrong, and we need to figure it out, then you're just not paying attention.
I think I read they owe $1.7 billion in deferred money.
I hope they go bankrupt. I do.
Chances are very good at that.
Incredibly good. There's no money behind them whatsoever. We'll take a break when we come back. What to watch tonight? Yeah, you can do a little standings watch as well. Celebrity birthdays coming up after that. Crosstalk with Styles, and we'll do all that right after this.
Kevin Herter plays here.
It's Herter. He's been hot. He fires. He's still hot. Kevin Herter from downtown has a 15-point first quarter.
Sacktown Sports is your proud home of the Sacramento Kings.
Sacramento weather is brought to you by the San Francisco 49ers.
I'm Tamara Berg in the KCRA 3 Weather Center. It is Tuesday, out the door to a chilly start. Make sure you've got the layers ready to go. Well, plenty of sunshine for the afternoon, along with lighter winds today. Highs will peak in the upper 50s to lower 60s. Get the latest forecast on the KCRA 3 News and the KCRA 3 app.
Don't miss the excitement of 49ers Game Day by securing your 2025 season tickets now. Inventory is limited, so speak with a representative. Dial 415-GO-NINERS and reserve your seats. That's 415-GO-NINERS.
We're definitely going to be late to the concert. I feel like we should be there by now.
I'm just taking a little detour.
I gotta fill up my gas tank, and I know this place a couple towns over where the gas is cheaper.
Are you serious? We're gonna be late for the concert because you're driving out of the way for cheaper gas? Just use Upside.
What's Upside?
Upside is the free cashback app that gets you real cash back for every gallon of gas you buy.
Wait, I can get cash back just for buying the gas I need anyway?
Yes, I use it all the time, and I've made around $200. Now pull over so you can download the Upside app before we miss the concert.
Download the free Upside app now to earn cash back every time you buy gas. Use promo code SEAT25 to get an extra 25 cents per gallon on your first tank. You can cash out anytime, right to your bank, PayPal, or as a gift card for Amazon and other brands. Just download the free Upside app and use promo code SEAT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus on your first tank. That's code SEAT25 for a 25 cents per gallon bonus. That's code SEAT25.
Hey everyone, it's Ted from Consumer Cellular, the guy in the orange sweater, and this is your wake-up call. If you're paying too much for wireless service, you don't have to keep having that nightmare. Consumer Cellular has the same fast, reliable coverage as the leading carriers for less. And for a limited time, new customers receive their second month free when they sign up and use promo code SECONDFREE by January 26th. So why keep spending more than you have to? Seriously, wake up and call 1-888-FREEDOM or visit consumercellular.com.
Taxes, fees, and other third-party charges will apply. See website for additional details.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why, when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million-plus products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them, the right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
When you take the time to shop at Folsom Lake Honda, there's one thing you'll always find. Happy people ready to serve you. As a family-owned and operated dealership since 2009, customer service is our #1 priority. Our customers love doing business with us, and you will too. Get an instant cash offer for your trade at FolsomLakeHonda.com. We'll buy your car whether you buy from us or not. Folsom Lake Honda is your one-stop Honda shop.
Folsom Lake Honda, yeah, your one-stop Honda shop.
Are you tired of your tee shots ending up in the adjoining fairway while the rest of your foursome is hitting it down the middle? Well, experts will tell you that being properly fitted for golf clubs will help you strike your drive center cut. The Hagen Oaks Player Performance Studio and its team of trained PGA professionals are ready to help you get rid of your banana balls and duck hooks. Hagen Oaks Indoor-Outdoor Player Performance Studio fittings are available 7 days a week. Make yours today by calling 916-808-2531. That's 808-2531. I remember as if it were yesterday. I reached down to move a nightstand and was astonished at the weight of the piece. Hi, this is Frank LaRosa with a word about Naturewood Home Furnishings. At that moment, I instantly recognized the difference between Naturewood's quality furniture that will last a lifetime versus lesser quality furniture found elsewhere. Now, I suppose there's a huge difference in what you'd put in your first apartment and what you would live with in the comfort of your own home. Right now, Naturewood Home Furnishings Made in USA sale is a great time to fill your home with solid, superior quality furniture to reflect your own love for life. With brands like Stanton, Stickley, Hilltop Hickory, Simply Amish, and many more, Naturewood Home Furnishings has tables, chairs, couches, and, yes, nightstands, and more at their Made in USA sale. Find furniture that will be with you forever. Naturewood Home Furnishings, off Highway 50 at Hazel. Look for the water wheel.
Sacramento's premier country music festival, Country in the Park, is coming back May 16th and 17th at Cal Expo with Bailey Zimmerman, Billy Currington, Cole Wetzel, Nate Smith, and more. You'll enjoy food trucks, rock walls, and a mechanical bull, line dancing, and more. Single-day GA tickets start at $52 at CITPFest.com. Country in the Park, May 16th and 17th with Hoblit Chrysler Dodge Jeep and Ram Center. Find out more at CITPFest.com.
Only place in the morning to get your sports fix.
Live and local.
The Carmichael Dave Show with Jason Ross.
Still stepping on it?
Is it in my sock? stepping on something all day. You have something you think it's in your shoe? Hey, I don't know where else to put this. Saw this over the weekend. Player A, Jason.
Okay. I like these.
Player A, they have about the same at bats. Actually, no. This is two players over a 6-year stretch. Player A played in 130 more games, so was healthier. Player A had 600 more hits. Player A had 6 more home runs. Player A had 109 more RBI. Player A had 10 more stolen bases. Player A hit 303 to player B's 285. Player A's slugging percentage was 554 to player B's 532. Player A's OPS was 972 to player B's 953.
Okay. I take player A.
Of course you would.
Yeah.
Player B is from 2018 through last season, Juan Soto.
Oh, I know what this one is.
Player A, 99 to 2005, Brian Giles. that hurt my brain when I read that. And by the way, Brian Giles was a stud.
He was.
But
I didn't think of him as Soto, though.
No. And I don't know this. I haven't researched this part. I don't think he made the money that Juan Soto is going to make either. But I'm just guessing.
You might have to research, though, just to see, to confirm.
I'm just guessing. Let's see. Y'all remember Brian Giles. Let's see. Brian Giles. Remember, he played most of his career with the Pirates.
Right.
Brian Giles played for 3 teams: the Indians, the Pirates, and the Padres. Those are both big, giant, huge market teams. Brian Giles played from 81 to did he retire in 90? No, my goodness.
80,
no.
81. That's
It says he played 2 games with the Mets in 81. And then came up with
81 or 91.
Oh, I'm looking at the wrong guy.
Yeah, I'm like, wait a minute.
I'm looking at another. Is there another Brian Giles? I guess so. Anyways, I know what his career earnings are. I just want to find out how long he played here. Over 95 to 09. So he played 15 years. Brian Giles did. And had you signed him his rookie year to a lifetime contract, that contract would have been 15 years. You want to take a guess?
I have no idea.
Brian Giles' career earnings in 15 years playing for Cleveland, Pittsburgh, the Padres, and that is it.
I'm going to say, this terrible.
That's
80 million.
80 million. You are insane. Jason, would it surprise you if I told you? I'm not joking. What I'm about to say on my kids' lives is 100% truth. You are exactly correct. If you divide it by 2.
40?
15 years, $40 million for Brian Giles. By the way, Juan Soto will make $765 million off of this contract.
Wow.
Is that just going to be? Here's my question. We've heard this for a long time. Hell, we've heard it from our current Kings head coach. I've heard him say before. I think I heard him say, as somebody on that team was like, God, I wish I was playing now.
Oh, he said it. Doug said it.
And you know that Rick Barry has probably said that about Doug Christie's era. Are we? Is Fernando Tatis the 4th?
Yeah.
Is somebody gonna say is Juan Soto gonna say? Well, it wouldn't be Juan Soto, but is some guy today gonna look at Fernando Tatis the 4th and go, "Wow, he just signed a 10-year, $2.4 billion contract. Why couldn't I have played in the 2050s?" But when you think about it, Jason, here's what really blows my mind. I specifically remember a Sports Illustrated. I think it was a cover with the late Ricky Henderson. And I think it said baseball's $3 million man. And he'd signed like a 4-year, $3 million deal. It was like, oh, they're getting out of control. The players are running the asylum. It's when will it end? And now you're like, dude, that's like the minimum salary for somebody.
And that's crazy.
So, and when have we had, I mean, honestly, baseball, basketball, football, have we had a downturn in salaries?
Not that I can recall.
Like
no.
in our life?
No. And at some point you feel like a bubble would, but like, or maybe you just at least maintain for a while.
That's right. But it's team valuations.
Everything's going up.
And player contracts have pretty much gone up in our lives, our dad's lives, probably our grandpa's lives. So wouldn't that mean that by rule in 20 years when you and I are, you know, how do you feel today? Depends. You get what I'm saying? When we're rolling around pooping ourselves,
right,
we're legit going to be looking at like $1 billion contracts are like the norm for the stars. Like the norm. Not everybody's going to get a $1 billion contract, but your all-star level guys, your young guys, oh yeah, someone will break the $1 billion barrier probably easily within the next 5 years, would you say?
Yeah.
Soto's got 760. Now, granted, that's a 15-year deal, and baseball needs to do something about that, too. That's stupid. But someone's breaking the $1 billion barrier in one of these American sports. And I say American sports because you know that, like, Ronaldo, Raymar, Vaughn, whatever the hell soccer player is going to sign something with Saudi Arabia in 2 years for, like, $3 billion. Like, that's happening. But I'm talking about here. Anyways,
crazy.
We should have, you know what? We should have been athletes instead of radio guys. That's
we
all,
are.
that's what I'm saying.
We are
pretty much. Yeah. We might break that $1 billion barrier in 27 lifetimes of doing this.
Just give us the time.
Can I say before I move on that sadly my brain just kicked that back to me that I don't think 27 lifetimes would even
not
get us
be
close. The Battle of New York, Knicks and Nets. People have been waiting on this. It's in Brooklyn though, so it's not at Basketball Mecca. No. Sixers at Nuggets, Wizards at Lakers tonight. I will say this.
Are the Sixers going to make it? They reached the halfway point with 15 wins.
It doesn't look like Embiid's getting any healthier, and Leo's getting larger. Also, even though this game's in Brooklyn, you got to think it's going to be a fun game tonight because it's Knicks, it's Nets. The Nets haven't been playing for much. This is the Battle of New York. I'll just say, even though it's not Madison Square Garden, it's going to be in that weird Brooklyn court, and I'll bet you if we tune in on TV tonight, I'll bet you there's going to be a bunch of energy in that building.
Think so?
I do think so.
Describe it.
Well, I can't describe a feeling. I mean, I could. But I will describe the deals you're going to get with my friends at American Energy Heating and Air. Because right now, I'm sorry. I got to tell you guys this. I almost forgot, both of you. I was downstairs talking to our big boss, and I won't tell you why. It was just a random convo. Somehow Rihanna's name got brought up.
It's actually pronounced Rihanna.
Okay. And I was like, yeah. And, you know, she and the guy she's married to, and this dude goes, oh, A$AP Rocky? If I'm lying, I'm dying, man. I didn't have that on the beat. Jason, you give me that look, but you gave me that same look for Avenged Sevenfold, and you were proven wrong. I'm telling you, dude.
I think you plant these things.
How the hell does he know A$AP Rocky? I didn't have that on my bingo card. Anyway. $49 tune-up right now at American Energy. That's normally $119. That's a great deal for A$AP Rocky, Rihanna, whomever we may be talking about. She's Barbadian. Did you know that? By the way, if you need a repair, how about $50 off your first repair of that furnace? And God forbid you need a new one. We hope you do not. Hey, half off. That's a great deal from a company that's been serving the greater Sacramento area since 1981. Better Business Bureau, A+. Don't take my word for it. Go to Google, go to Yelp, go wherever. Read the reviews. People love American Energy Heating and Air for a reason. Call 916-520-9990. That's 916-520-9990. AmericanEnergyAir.com. American Energy, making the uncomfortable comfortable. When we come back, we'll get comfortable with Alan Stiles, a little bit of crosstalk, celebrity birthdays as we wrap up the show next.
You never know what you might hear when listening to a Sacramento Kings game.
Out of Keegan, going for another triple. Man, is he feeling it. Keegan, can he do it? Yes, there's number 11, Keegan Murray. Keegan steps back. He just knocked down his 12th three-pointer, a Kings franchise record. He's got 45 points.
Never miss a moment of Sacramento Kings basketball with Sacktown Sports and the Sacktown Sports app.
Hi, everyone. Tom Mustin here for the Legal Help Center. If you or a loved one were injured in an accident and think you deserve compensation, listen up, because we have legal professionals standing by right now to answer your questions for free. You'll find out if you have a case and how much money it's potentially worth. Call 800-460-3550. That's 800-460-3550. The call is free, the consultation is free, and you can speak with a live agent 24/7. So if you or someone you know were injured in an accident of any kind, take advantage of this opportunity and speak with a live agent right now. Find out if you have a case and how much money you could potentially get. Call 800-460-3550. That's 800-460-3550. 800-460-3550. Call now. Advertisement sponsored by Legal Help Center. May not be available in all states.
Here's a resolution that's easy to keep. Grab the keys to a new Toyota truck and make every day an adventure. Get a low-cost lease on the iconic Tacoma, or get 1.99% APR or $2,000 cash back on the powerful Tundra. Every new Toyota includes Toyota Care, 2 years of complimentary scheduled maintenance. Resolve to live it up this year in a new Toyota truck. Toyota, let's go places. Offer available through TFS to buyers with premium rated credit at 2-325.
This is the story of the one who, as a maintenance specialist for a historic high-rise, knows that vintage charm historically needs constant attention. Which is why when it's time to upgrade turn-of-the-century mechanicals, they turn to Grainger. With easy access to 1 million+ products and the scale to deliver when and where you need them. The right tools and supplies are never far away. So the one can keep that vintage building running like new. Call, click Grainger.com, or just stop by. Grainger, for the ones who get it done.
Drivers who switch and save with Progressive could save hundreds. With that kind of money, you could go big time on a fancy water bottle with ultra titanium alloy metal. You're not sure why you need all that. I mean, it just holds water. But you're getting it anyway. Because if you're hiking near an active volcano and you accidentally drop the bottle into molten lava, your water will still be icy cold. Switch to Progressive and you could save big time for water bottles. Progressive Casualty Insurance Company and affiliates, not available in all states. Potential savings will vary.
Serious accident. You deserve the law offices of Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237. Jeremy lost his mother in a car accident and knows firsthand the pain caused by tragedy. That is why he became an attorney to fight for others who are going through a tragedy. If you've been seriously injured in an accident, you deserve more. You deserve better. You deserve Jeremy Winter. 877-637-3237.
It's time for the news of the day.
The latest headlines, the biggest stories, hard-hitting analysis.
Yeah, this is none of those things. And now, here's Carmichael Dave and Jason Ross.
Hey! Oh, by the way, I'm sure you guys saw this. It cracked me up over the weekend. Congratulations again to old Frankie and old Frankie and new Frankie.
We bring the boom. That's what we do.
Young Franklin Angelo Carticelli Jr. That's a great name.
You pronounce that wrong.
Franklin
Angelo Carticelli.
Right? It definitely, that is a great name. Born January 15th, 813. And what's funny is that he put a picture of this beautiful, beautiful baby. It's just, I'm sorry, but here's what I see. I don't think the Kings are going to do that well this year. He's just got that look. Hey, he's already got a glare to him. Yeah. Mm-hmm. Oh, God.
Is that baby high strung?
Baby high strung.
Looks pretty chill there.
Yeah. How are you, Alan?
Great.
Yeah.
Great. A very refreshing weekend.
Why?
Extra day?
Did you do something?
Extra day.
Yeah.
You know, fine. I'll say it on the air.
Uh-oh.
NFL playoffs, a lot going on, 3-day weekend. I decided to, not partake in any beverages.
Wow, you didn't. That can be bad for you, dude. You got to hydrate, bro.
I had water.
Oh.
Is that a normal? So normally on the weekend,
Well, it's
you would
playoffs,
partake.
and I just wanted to, challenge myself. I mean, it's a lot easier because it's not as if once you go on the other side, you realize kind of how not stupid but unnecessary it can be because, with the little one, we're not out at bars or anything like that. So I'm thinking, oh man, normally I would just be sipping right here. Just right. Yeah. So, a lot of pomegranate juice. I feel cleansed.
Is that the palm?
That's right.
Yeah,
it's expensive.
Yeah, it is expensive, dude.
It's expensive. That, a little bit of soda water, some lime.
You ever tried to care much about California's water situation, do you?
Wow.
For what?
With your choices of beverages.
Why is that?
Because they take up all of the water.
Who is that?
The people of your drink company.
The pomegranate?
Yes.
I actually juiced it myself.
You ever try to milk a pomegranate?
Yeah, I just eat the seeds.
Yeah, pomegranate's annoying. I like it and it tastes good, but also it's a lot of work. It's like the crab of
You got to
fruit.
half bite them.
It's not that hard.
It's like annoying, and if you spill it on anything, it stains.
Yeah.
We used to have a pomegranate tree out front in my neighbor's house, and we loved them, but then we come home and just look all like we just got beat up.
The bad thing about having a pomegranate tree is because I'll have like maybe 1 or 2 a year.
Mm-hmm.
So like, what do you do with the rest of them?
They mold on the ground. You ever try to dig a hole to China when you were little?
Kind of, but it was more so we had a pretty decent sized backyard, and I was just certain there was treasure somewhere.
Oh yeah.
Somewhere.
Probably was, and you missed that one.
That's
place.
right.
The wrong spot.
Did anybody here ever do the metal detector?
Yeah, no, but you did. I wished I did.
Yeah.
I never got a metal
still
detector.
can.
Wow, rich people got metal detectors.
That guy on the beach with no shirt on.
It will pay for itself.
That seems fun. That I see the guy on the beach.
Fun.
It
does.
Being old guy walking on the ocean and just it gives you
But
something
that guy's
to do.
found like 11 cents in his life.
But Sacramento, as historic as it is,
yeah.
I'm thinking I'm going to go out to the Sacramento River, American River. We can find something.
Hey, will that pick up? It's a metal detector, right? Gold's metal. Will it pick up gold? Like if there's a nugget?
I think that's a big reason.
That's the reason, right?
I thought it was just like jewelry.
For the 11 cents. That's what it's
You
for.
mentioned what you were drinking over the weekend. So would you? I haven't asked these guys yet, but when I get back in a couple weeks, I'm doing kind of a reverse. It's still a 3-day. We're going to do a 3-day fast. You want to come in on it with us? But we're going to do a little differently this time.
Okay.
It's going to be all food and no water or anything
I'm
else.
not doing that.
For 3 days, you can eat anything you want, but you can't drink
sounds
anything.
terrible.
No, once a day you can have a glass of water at 7 p.m.
That sounds awful.
Wouldn't that be the worst?
You could just have bone broth.
Oh God,
cold on ice.
You're just eating everything, but you can't drink a thing, and except at 7 p.m.
What if you took an orange and just juiced?
Yeah,
fruit?
you
You get water from your food.
Yeah, absolutely, and you can eat all the fruit. So you can eat a ton of oranges, watermelons, cantaloupes, anything. Celery.
A hell of a lot of water.
You're just peeing in maple syrup by day 2. Just.
I beg your
No,
pardon.
not quickly at all, Chris. It would that ain't happening. That's a dribble. Celebrity birthdays. That's gross. That one. Brought to you by Crumble Cookies. Nothing says family and friends more than Crumble Cookies, and it's about time for Crumble Chris. I'd like Chris to show up before I leave on.
Where are you going this time, huh?
The Europe place. But we're here tomorrow.
Your weekly trip, huh?
Yes, my weekly trip to Europe. We're here tomorrow and Thursday, though.
Correct.
Come on,
No,
Crumble
Jason's here.
We are here tomorrow and Thursday.
He's here too.
I leave. Yeah, I don't leave till Thursday.
Okay, we'll see.
Hey, back to you.
Hey, happy birthday to Emma Bunton. Who's Emma Bunton, you ask?
Who's Emma Bunton, you ask?
That's Baby Spice. All grown up today.
Oh, so is it Adult Spice now? I guess.
You dropped the junior, right?
Yeah, I mean, that's kind of weird if you're like 55, which is what she is, and you're Baby Spice.
55?
Yeah, Jason
No,
Williams.
She's not 55.
No.
I hope not.
No, you know what? Can I change my answer?
You can.
Okay, I'm going to say she's 40. She's not. She's not 55. She's 48.
I was going to say 47.
Well, then why don't you say it?
Big 5-0 today.
Nope.
Tie between Alan and Chris, 49.
Wow.
Happy birthday to Billy Ocean.
Oh, yes. Get out of my dreams. Get into my...
It's
sit?
funny that you think of that when you hear that. I think of the Yin Yang Twins song.
With Billy Ocean?
Yes.
Billy Ocean. Oh,
Jason's a bigger fan of Ocean Billy.
Billy Ocean 76.
Get out of my way.
Get in the backseat, baby.
Who, me?
What did you say? 76?
Yeah.
7-4.
78.
We have a tie between Alan and Chris, 75, or between Alan and Dave, 75.
Mm-hmm.
Happy birthday to Hakeem. No,
What
Hakeem
are you
Olajuwon.
doing?
Nothing. Don't worry about it. Hakeem who?
Hakeem Olajuwon. Oh, I see what's going on.
You're like a week late. You were supposed to do this last week.
I know. Well, I'm not comfortable doing it, to be honest. I was just trying to do it by myself. Hakeem Olajuwon is...
What?
Nobody knows what I'm talking about. That's fine. I mean, you guys do. Hold on. I think I'm going to get this.
Okay.
63.
Hakeem the Dream.
Mm-hmm. Dream Shake.
65.
60.
Dave wins, 62.
No.
Happy birthday to now retired, I believe. Yeah, he retired. Brandon Crawford.
Yeah, he's done.
Yeah. E-Craw. 39.
I hope not. Let's see here. Yeah, he's 37.
38.
We have a correct answer. Christopher Laud, 38. You guys were all over it. Happy birthday to Mike Krukow. Krukenkaip.
Ooh.
Giants today.
Mike Krukow is 68. Welcome.
66, partner.
Ooh, I was going to say that. 67.
Mike Krukow is 73.
No.
Carmichael Dave is closest. Happy birthday to Utah Jazz head coach Will Hardy. Great voice.
Will
Deep
Hardy.
pipes.
Will Hardy is 41.
Young guy. 43.
40.
Chris is closest, 37.
Whoa.
And happy birthday to former Kings head coach Dave. Is it Jorger?
It's Dave Joerger.
Dave Yeager.
Jaguar. Sorry, American, we don't have any hamburger or hot dog for you.
Yeggs, as we call him,
Yeggs.
is
The cover of GQ.
you make an omelet, you got to break some eggs. He's 48.
50, 50.
51.
Correct answer.
Thank
you. Laud, 51.
Thank you, Chris, for the correct answer. All right, coming up today, Kings.
A
NFL playoffs.
A lot of Kings talk, NFL playoffs.
College football playoffs.
I thought they were great.
Yeah.
I thought they were great.
All right, that's Alan Stiles. He is coming up next right here on Sacktown Sports.
The only place you'll find De'Aaron Fox is Sacktown Sports.